almost ready. Oh, I didn't mean to open email. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I leave this on the screen? Oh, man. I'm so sorry. How do I get this off my screen? I can't stop looking at it because it makes me so happy. Okay, there we go. There's the race leaderboard. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you? We got a race to watch. Oh my god. Did that get made the thumbnail for this video? Because if so, that's fucking hysterical. I'm so sorry. How do I get this? It's the thumbnail because it was the first thing that came on the screen. Oh, that's funny. I'm going to get so many likes.
So many views.
People are going to love that. You know, the NASCAR crowd is going to love that. Anywho. Just in case you thought you could come here and forget about what happened, I had to remind you.
What happened?
So, I am picking Justin Allgaier today because that's who I want to win it, the championship. That's fucking hilarious that that's the thumbnail. Hey, phone, I'm clicking on the stream, not to save the stream. You feel me? There we go. Hey, Lori, don't you just love to see it? Don't you just fucking love to see it?
I have to remind you.
I forgot that was on my screen. I promise I didn't put that up on the screen on purpose. I promise.
It just popped up.
I was just minding my business, and I start a stream, and I click back over to my browser, and boom, there's a big picture of the fucking president right there. Just, what can you do? Not that I'd want to divide anyone here or anything, but... So, I didn't do the truck race last night. Blame work. It was a work-related deal, is why I didn't stream the truck race. And when I saw how it ended, I'm kind of glad I didn't. Moffitt's my dude. I kind of wanted Moffitt to win it, and I feel like he got screwed. But then again, the real guy who got screwed was Austin Hill, who didn't even make the Final Four. The race starts in about 5-ish minutes. They're in the last commercial now before the race starts. There's a Pitbull concert going on or something. Rick Allen saved me from myself. Justin Allgaier, Justin Haley, Austin Cindric, Chase Briscoe. I'm picking Allgaier.
21-year-old Justin Haley is the youngest. And then the two others,
Justin Allgaier. In the number 7 for Junior Motorsports. Is the race audio good? Hold on, I'm going to be quiet and listen to them on stream for a minute.
The championship has never been determined. It's always been at Miami Speedway. So now you have a situation, Jeff, where the track comes into play. How important will it be that these drivers perform at their best at this racetrack?
Well, every one of these drivers is looking for their first championship. They're going to have to do it by having great restarts. This racetrack offers an opportunity to do some crazy things on restarts.
Sounds good to me. Notice Dale Jr. is not going to be in the booth today. That would be a conflict of interest, wouldn't it?
Caution came out 20 seconds away to win the championship. It didn't work out for him. Look on the very, very bottom. That white hooded truck, that is Sheldon Creed with new tires. He is literally 5 wide on the bottom. Ends up making the
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that truck race. Good. I mean, you know, Sheldon Creed's pissed me off a little this season, but I got nothing against the man personally.
Aggressive restarts all night long.
Well, Jeff, you talk about the nerves on the restarts. The nerves don't get any better on pit road. These crew chiefs going to have to make some very tough decisions in a short.
That's right, Steve.
A lot of unknowns.
I got on here a little early because I wanted to make sure my OBS was going to work. Because if you remember last week, my OBS stopped working, and I had to stream half the race from the PlayStation. So I got on here to make sure the OBS was going to work. So now I have to sit here and fill time until the national anthem and shit's over. Hope you're having a wonderful week. I'm having a fantastic week, personally. Can't imagine why, but I'm having a phenomenal week. And it's only getting better. If Chase wins the championship, this might be the greatest week of my life. That didn't involve being on the KISS cruise.
You're going to have to push the issue if you're going to win a championship. But if you push it too far, you certainly get yourself in
Gotta
trouble.
push it to the limit.
Championship dilemma. You don't have to win
Yeah.
fights. Beat your other 3 championship 4
Yes.
and you're the champion.
First one to the finish line of the championship 4 wins the title. It's time for pre-race ceremonies. We'll go trackside now.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office Honor Guard presents our nation's colors.
Wonder if there's any pissed off people in those stands, y'all.
Please remain standing as the chaplain of the Avondale Fire and Medical Department, Rich DeMonte, offers today's invocation.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, we thank you for this opportunity to be here today. We ask your blessings upon our nation, Lord. And today we pray for the safety of all the drivers, the crews.
Fuck this pre-race prayer bullshit. Anyway. I hope we get a fair, clean, and drama-free race. Although, well, I feel like Justin Haley's going to try to kill somebody to win this. Justin Haley's got to be, he's the biggest underdog here. I'm shocked he made it. I had Chastain in the Final Four. I predicted 3 out of the 4 like a month ago. I said Allgaier, Cindric, Briscoe, and I said Chastain would finally win a race and get in that way. I was wrong on that, but I got 3 out of the 4. And I'm picking Allgaier to win because we just have to have undeserving champions most of the time with this format. So the real rightful champion should be Chase Briscoe. But you saw what happened last night. That national anthem hits different today, don't it? Let's listen. I might cry. I don't roll my eyes at the national anthem anymore. I love this song.
When I was in kindergarten, first and second grade, when this didn't happen, when COVID didn't happen, I had to sing the national.
Okay. The sun shines a little brighter and that flag looks a little prettier than normal. Can't imagine why.
The command of fire engines on the championship.
I am so invested in this particular championship because I've watched this series all year because it's been consistently the most entertaining racing. Trucks, I gotta be honest, Truck Series was not that good this year. Sorry about putting the mic in my mouth there. That was an accident. Trucks were just not that interesting as we got towards the end of the year. Usually by this time of the year, you can tell how interesting Xfinity and trucks are because, like, in many years past, I don't watch many Xfinity or truck races late in the season. I watch every Cup race, but this is the first time that well, when's the last time I watched all the Xfinity playoffs? 2 years ago, which even then I had to miss a race because I was in the ocean somewhere.
On a kiss cruise. Middle of nowhere.
Oh my God, phone, stop lagging, please. You realize how many people that I know that are from other countries that I've met through cruises, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube and shit have all been messaging me going, congratulations, I'm so happy for you all. That's been the best part of the week, is just seeing how excited the rest of the world is for us, because we have a lot of friends around the world that have felt really sorry for us for a while. It's just been a real thrill to hear from all my friends in Australia, South America, and Canada. Those are the big 3 in particular that I have friends in.
Wait, you have one in Canada and South America?
Yes.
Wow.
My Australian friends are particularly enthusiastic for us And, well, honestly, now think about it, some of my South American friends, because they got a dipshit down there that they're not big fans of, and, you know, we've all kind of felt sorry for each other for a while, but at least, you know, there are brighter days ahead. Why didn't they get that dude that used to sing I'm Proud to Be an American before, like, every fucking race in, like, 2003 to sing it before these races this weekend? Telling you, that song would hit different. I've been sarcastically walking around singing it the last couple of days whenever something good happens. Oh, dude, I had to go to Lowe's yesterday morning before work because we had to pick up like a caulking gun and some other shit. And I walk in Lowe's and it felt like a funeral home because you can imagine the people that live around here, and almost every grown man in that store was walking around with a sour look on their face. It was like a funeral home or something. It was like, oh man, I'm the only guy in here that's like smiling right now. I mean, I just walked in the store not expecting anything, and then I saw the looks on some faces. You seriously could see it in their eyes and their faces. They could not hide it, and I just immediately started smiling. I was like, oh my god. And that was 2 days ago, or was that yesterday? Whenever it was. Oh, it was funny. That just made my day right off the fucking bat. What would really make my day is Justin Allgaier winning this championship. Although if he doesn't, Briscoe better win it or I'm going to rage. Nothing against Haley, nothing against Cindric.
Justin Haley is the youngest and least experienced amongst the championship four, and even though he's got 3 wins already this season, he told me he often feels overlooked and underestimated. He's also a bit of an
well, I'd say he's definitely a little overlooked.
And prefers to keep his private life, well, private. He told me he'll do his talking out on the racetrack. One quick note, it will not be his usual pit crew on the 11. Instead, it will be the number 43 Cup pit crew who comes here fresh off a championship win last night in the Truck Series.
Imagine being this pit crew all year and you get put on the bench in the championship race.
Diverse racing resume, oat-wheel cars, sports cars, rally cars, and of course NASCAR. And on a day he says is the biggest of his racing career. He's gonna have to take.
We ever get a championship race on a road course, look out for Austin Cindric.
NASCAR championship party.
Parker, when did Chase Briscoe start preparing for this championship race? Well, how about a year ago?
Look at all them stickers on Briscoe's door, all the winter stickers.
Chase spent the entire weekend with Kevin Harvick and Rodney Childers, getting every little piece of information and help he could. That information flow continued until this morning. Chase Briscoe trying to take one of his most difficult tracks and turn it into a championship track.
I hope OBS lasts today, and I hope it makes it through tomorrow.
Perceived as the favorite here this weekend. He goes because I'm old. He laughed. But at age 34, he's got 9 years on the next oldest competitor, and he's been in the championship four times. If he wins it today, it's probably going to be because of Phoenix Raceway, the track that they used to go for the championship.
Or it could just be because he's a good driver.
This one of his very best. We'll see if he can get it done today. Time to crank the engines and the
Congratulations to Kevin Harvick a week ago for joining the Golden State Warriors, Atlanta Falcons, Georgia Bulldogs, Atlanta Braves for the Legacy of Choke Award. Kevin Harvick's got to be a part of that group now. Stupid format or not, it's the format. It's what we got. You know, it really doesn't say much about a championship format when we feel the need to apologize for it every time we talk about it. It's like, well, you know, he lost, but you know how this stupid format is. Like, there's always a yeah, but to it. Doesn't really speak well, does it?
Who will win the championship tonight?
Guess who has to work tomorrow morning for a while? I'm fucking annoyed. I have to twist an arm just to get a day at home. It's really irritating.
Twisting arm?
It's like pulling teeth to try to think of a way to get a fucking day off, although I expect to have a day or two off this week. I already told them I ain't working Thursday. They can miss me with that. I ain't working Thursday. I got to secure a PS5. If I can't get it that day, I got to get one ordered anyhow. We might stream Spider-Man Friday or Friday morning or at midnight whenever it lets me have it. Let me have Tony Hawk at like 9 p.m. the night before it came out. So maybe it'll give me Spider-Man at like 9 o'clock. Because it's a PS5 game, but you can get it on PS4. The only differences are load times and no ray tracing. Like the lighting won't be as like... It won't look like a PC game. It'll look like a really good PS4 game. I imagine it will look a little better than the first Spider-Man game. But it's the same game. You're not missing anything. But it would be nice to plug in my PS5 for the first time and play. Yes. Yes. Anyway, it would be nice if I could just get a PS5 and play Spider-Man first thing. But I'm really eager to play that game, so I'm going to play it on PS4 before I get my PS5. I don't really feel like waiting, because then I have to dodge spoilers all day for who knows how long until I'm able to get a PS5. And as a Star Wars fan, I can tell you, dodging spoilers ain't fun. I don't know how the hell I got through the last month or so before The Rise of Skywalker came out without getting spoiled at all. Like, I went, like, locked down on social media. I didn't look up anything Star Wars related on YouTube, because you know what happens there? If you watch anything remotely related to Star Wars, in the suggestions it'll be like, oh look, giant spoiler from the next movie. It's like, thanks. So you gotta avoid that. I thought this race was going to be on NBC today, but it's on NBCSN. It's kind of weak. It's the championship race. Tomorrow's on NBC. I probably won't even bother with the second TV tomorrow. Probably just focus on the race instead of juggling football and the race, because I don't feel like fucking around with the PlayStation web browser. And after this week, I'll be free of that hell.
Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR.
Credit One Bank.
And by Toyota.
It's not the one to go.
Car starting to roll off of pit road, and out in front of the field, the official pace car is the 2020 Toyota GR Super.
Is that a Toyota? That goddamn Biden? I'm kidding.
These cars roll off of pit road. Take a look at the starting grid. The top four in the championship four. There's 37 drivers that are on the track, just like every week, but only 4 have a shot at the championship.
Look at Noah Gregson not making the championship 4. God, this really has been a phenomenal week.
Probably the hottest drivers won the last 2 races.
Yeah, hard to believe Ross Chastain started right behind Harrison Burton is winless. Had such a great year, winless this season, a ton of seconds. I think he's got to watch. Brett Moffitt, road 6, heartbreaking loss last time, was leading the truck race with a chance at a championship. The last green white checker cost him. You see Ryan Snyder there in row 8.
Daniel Hemrick was just behind him in row 9. Jeffrey Earnhardt will be in row 11 as we continue on through the field. Jesse Iwuji back there in row 18 in that 99 car.
Still haven't heard from Michael in like 3 weeks. Please don't be dead, Mom. Matter of fact, let me check Venmo, because he's active on there if he's around. I haven't heard from him, but...
That's right, Rick. I sure wish I was there with you guys, but let's talk about those championship 4. How about
and you guys get to listen to Rutledge while I do it. I'm sorry.
He's the youngest driver among the championship 4 at 21 years old. Second season in Xfinity, both with Colleague Racing. He's got 3 wins this season.
Nothing new from Michael on Venmo.
That's huge. He, his team, his crew chief, Alan Younts, they are ready for today. And if you're all about rooting for the underdog, Justin is your guy, Steve.
From the young
I don't forget my biggest donator.
Favorite, the most veteran, Justin Allgaier.
You cheap bastards don't give me nothing. I'm kidding.
Xfinity Series Racing.
I work.
10 years with Rick Brandt and Brandt on the side
Which
of the race
also
cars.
kept me from doing the truck race last night.
3 years, this will make 4. But those times when I talked to him, he said I was appreciative of the opportunity, but Miami never fit my style, never fit my eye. Coming here to Phoenix when we spoke to him this week, couldn't be more confident.
This is, as they say, a driver's racetrack. What are you doing in my kitchen?
So this duo knows how to win.
You're back again.
I want to talk about Chase Briscoe.
In my kitchen.
Briscoe in his second season with Stewart Haas Racing. Think about this guy. He put near impossible goals in himself coming into this season. He surpassed all of them. And what did he get for it?
Well, unlike Kevin Harvick, Chase Briscoe. Look, I know the format is stupid, but shame on Kevin Harvick and Rodney Childers, because they flat out sucked at Texas and they sucked at Martinsville. Let's be real. If they just do halfway decent at Martinsville, 10th or something, they make it. They don't even need stage points. Just finish 10th.
He's in his 3rd season in the Xfinity Series. He will have a 4th season.
So, Harvick, I am disappointed. Briscoe, proud. Austin Cindric, I'm shocked, because he definitely wins the award for most improved driver of 2020.
Races, 5 wins, 6 races. He's been on a roll. He wants to finish it off, win a championship here in 2020. We've mentioned mentioned a little bit about Justin Haley's pit crew. Want to take a look at a statement from Chip Ganassi Racing following a positive COVID-19.
Oh, there was a positive COVID test. That's why they had to make a pit crew change.
Contact tracing and quarantine procedures. The number 42 pit crew did not travel to Phoenix this week.
Well, luckily we all made it to this weekend without anybody in the championship 4 getting COVID.
Will pit the number 42. Additionally, the 42
Very lucky there. Look, we made it. This is the last race of the year, guys. We made it. It's just now starting to hit me what like an accomplishment that feels like, that we made it to the end of the year.
And so as we mentioned, it's actually Bubba Wallace's pit crew, the number 43 on the Cup side, that will be crewing for Justin Haley. And they won the Truck Series Championship last night as the pit crew for Sheldon Creed. And there are a lot of similarities. They're 2 pit stalls down from where they were last night, but still the first car coming on pit in, so a similar look. This pit crew also worked on the number 16 Colin Racing, which was driven by AJ Allmendinger on a part-time basis. This season, AJ sang
Spent the last couple of days getting my settings and all my games fixed so I can play my PC games on my TV, because my old TV couldn't really handle it. The games would run like garbage, but I figured it out on my new TV, and it's wonderful. I like looking at a big 50-inch screen a lot better than however wide my laptop screen is. So that's been a plus. Nothing but good things this week, other than having to ignore crappy attitudes at work and people at work that won't shut the fuck up and don't know when to shut the fuck up. Other than that, it's been a good time here lately.
They won a championship. They didn't even know they were going to get a chance at 2, and here they can go 2 championships in 2 races.
We want to listen in to radio communication of both the 11 and 98 teams. We'll start with the 11.
You don't give me a headache, Jeff. What would give me a headache is if, like, Noah Gragson and Brandon Jones both made the Final 4. That would have given me a fucking headache. What would have been the worst possible Final 4? Like, Riley Herbst, Noah Gragson, and Brandon Jones. Although Riley Herbst could never even sniff the second round of the playoffs. He literally makes it by default just because of the car he's driving. But he ain't going to get much further than that. But Brandon Jones and Gragson, I'd be like, oh, God, kill me. That's like why every year it's like, oh, what's the Final 4? Logano, Kyle Busch, It's like, oh, great. So I got to worry about a couple of ass clowns. Although I really don't hold anything against Kyle Busch anymore. But Joe Logano can go fuck himself. Of course, he had to make it this year.
Knowing we're going to see a champion in the Xfinity Series today. You mentioned the short race. Well, Jeff, it fires off right away. You talked about the start.
200 laps, yes. It's not a long race at all. And my leaderboard's going to be way ahead again because I'm having to watch the NBC app because we couldn't put a championship race on NBC. Oh, man.
Who will finish in front of the other 3 to win the championship? Their first Xfinity Series Championship is in front of
Okay. Go Allgaier. 200 laps. There'd be a caution at lap 20, by the way. Told you Justin Haley's going to drive like a madman at points today. More than the other 3. Haley's going to be the wild card here.
Allgaier with the lead. Cindric and the yellow number 22 working to the inside. Chase Briscoe on the outside of the 90.
Oh, and Cindric gets loose and takes out Briscoe. That would have been funny on lap 1. It's like, way to go, Cindric. Like, is that 3 wide for the lead? Well, they looked they were going to go 3 wide.
What's the advantage, Jeff, of going down there on the apron?
So right now they're just trying to make the shortest way around the racetrack. But you see Chase Briscoe making his top lane work. Look at this very dark part of the racetrack. Traction compound applied to the racetracks. Worked all weekend long. He's not in it yet.
It felt like it was cloudy 5 minutes ago. Now that the race started, the sun came out. We got a caution here. Jeffrey Earnhardt. He is fucking useless.
Zero is stopped on the racetrack.
Jeffrey Earnhardt is useless, man.
Damage to the right rear quarter panel, the tail hanging off, obviously pretty heavy contact.
Take it to the garage, Jeffrey. Get the hell off the track. Who was that idiot that spun out late in the truck race last night that cost him off at the championship?
Jerry Earnhardt's son. Nephew to Dale Earnhardt Jr.
It stumbled twice and died, so I have to see a replay, Jeff. Maybe the car died, somebody get into it.
What?
Let's take a look exactly what happened.
Damn, that's pretty much what his car shut off coming off a 4 and he got run over. Whatever, Jeff Earnhardt's still useless. I'm sorry. He's like the male version of Natalie Decker. Natalie, if you ever hear this, my number is... Never mind. If I was ever going to date a female NASCAR driver, not that any one of them would ever want to date me, but if I was going to date one, I'd try to pick a talented one if I had options. Although, you know, Hailie Deegan's talented, but her stupidity disqualifies her. I'm not interested in dating dumb bitches. Wonder how she feels right about now. Oh, I know how she feels right about now, and her dumbass father. Not that I want to rub it in or anything. Y'all just gonna have to deal with that. Oh, Dave Chappelle's hosting Saturday Night Live tonight, and I got work tomorrow. I may stay up and watch it anyway, because it's fucking Dave Chappelle, dude. Gotta... Matter of fact, I'm going to message my dad, because he still had to ask the people if it's okay to come on Sunday. I hope they say no. Personally, that's just me, but whatever. I'll go on a fucking Sunday morning. I'll be home by 1 o'clock, so no biggie. I wouldn't want to go to bed early for no reason, so I'm just asking my dad now, like, so we're going tomorrow, right? Please say no. Please say no. Please say no. Let's keep the momentum of this wonderful week we're having here. Let's keep it going. Joey Logano is going to shit all over my good week, isn't he? He's just going to fuck it up on the very end of the week. You know I can't have everything. This has been one of those weeks where I don't know what I did in a past life that was so good to deserve such a good week. Big Brad Daugherty. I'll tell you what. Loser. You're a loser. I bet Brad Daugherty's happy. We are 6 laps in, coming to the green. It's a windy day at Phoenix. It's the winds of change.
Down on pit road as they go 2x2 once again. The choose rule very important here at the track also.
Yeah, you can choose the inside or the outside lane, not just the leader.
Jesus Christ.
Used to be in years past. In 2020, Jeff, everyone in the field gets to choose what lane they want to restart in.
Oh, it's interesting scenarios. See how aggressive they get on this restart.
Green flag. Allgaier, Briscoe, Cindric, Haley, all right there. And there they go all the way to the apron again. There's Brandon Jones about to wipe out a championship contender. 3 wide for the lead. Briscoe and Cindric get around Allgaier on the outside. And Briscoe takes the lead. Hey, they should call the race early. Stop counting the laps. Briscoe's champion. Briscoe has this championship by a wide margin. Stop the race. Don't count any more laps. It's over, right? Oh, wait, that's not how this works. That's not how anything works. Good battle right here. I love this track. What a perfect track for the championship. I wouldn't mind if it sticks at Phoenix for a few years. It's going to be hard to, if they ever change it, to go to a track that's not like Phoenix. It's good to have it at this kind of track. Richmond would be a good... I think Richmond in the day would be a phenomenal championship race. I don't want to see another night race at Richmond. I'd like to see a day race at Richmond for the championship. Although the night race would be better for ratings. Or maybe one day they can build a fucking race car capable of putting on a good race at night under cool temperatures, but whatever.
That yellow line in 1 and 2, he missed it by about a foot. Gotta be precise at this racetrack.
Look at the options, Rick. You love a racetrack that provides options for the drivers in 98. 2 lanes up into the sticky stuff, the traction compound.
Both of them were sliding there in 4. They're handling good, but they're getting back in the gas really early.
What I love about Phoenix is the differences. Just down here, a lot more bankings in turn 3 and 4. It's going to take a little bit different handling.
Dead even off of 2 or off of 4. That's 4. I see. I still call the current turn 4 turn 2. This is turn 1. Phoenix has been reconfigured for 3 seasons now, and I still can't get it out of my head.
Trying to get by Chase Briscoe. You know, earlier this year we raced here in March. Austin told me that 22 car was really good when the bottom was the place to be. But when that PJ1 came in, it became the dominant line to be in. They started to lose the handle of that 22 car. Coming here this time.
This is going to be a competitive championship, looking at how this is.
Nancy right now having a lot of speed on the bottom outside.
Parker, same story for Chase Briscoe up front, trying to hold on to the lead. He knows Phoenix is not his best racetrack. So what do? You use your resources at Stewart Haas Racing. They have Kevin Harvick.
I'm totally staying up to watch SNL tonight. I've made up my mind. I got to watch my man Dave Chappelle. He's going to have a lot of good shit to say. There's Jeffrey Earnhardt about to blow a right front and bring out another damn caution. Look at that. Look at that car. It's dragging on the front and it's sparking everywhere. That's just stupid to put that car back on the racetrack right now. Okay, they lapped him there. Count how many more laps do they lap Jeffrey Earnhardt again.
What a career it has been already for Briscoe. He's going to move on. He'll drive the number 14 for Stewart Haas Racing next season in the Cup Series. So he said that it was going to take 8 wins at the very beginning of the season.
All 4 wheels in the traction compound there as they entered turn 1. I almost said turn 3. I stopped myself though.
Had all of his closest friends with him, and he delivered the news. Next year you'll be in a Cup car. That's pretty big news for Chase Briscoe.
What a great way to do it. You mentioned they race everywhere. I don't know what it costs to pave a racetrack, but Jeff, Phoenix has got their money worth.
I think Cindric's car's come alive. I think he might be a little better than Briscoe right now. He's turning in the center better. Briscoe's really wide in the center. Cindric's turning underneath him. There you go. Like I said, he's turning so much better right now. Come on, guys. Only lap 15. Chill.
Missed him a little bit. They're side by side.
Good run off of 4 for Briscoe as I stopped to try to remember which turn is which. Because it's Phoenix. Well, like Larry Macrones would say, you can't win this championship on lap 16, but you can dang sure lose it. Briscoe holds him off for now. There's that good rotation in the center. Drives in a little deeper than Briscoe, but Briscoe's running high and carrying the run off the corner. That time he really gapped Cindric going to 1. Oh! Briscoe! You could see that happening. Briscoe damn near knocked the wall down. He didn't hit, he just scrubbed it, but he was going straight towards the wall. And I was like, God damn, dude. It's lap 17. Let the 22 go. Let him go. He's faster. That could have been game over right there. We've got a comp caution coming in like 2.5 laps. And they're in lap traffic now. Who's going to be the Cole Witt this year and cost somebody a shot at a championship?
I think it's fair to say that the fastest 2 cars, fastest 2 drivers all year long, continuing today.
14 wins.
Briscoe pulls away with the lead again.
9 for Briscoe, 5 for Austin Cindric. And Briscoe once again pulling out in front.
Briscoe has to stop overdriving turn 1. Old turn 3, current turn 1. He's got to stop overdriving it.
Too high and into the wall. You think that's some of that dirt and dust that Brad mentioned blowing around? You've been out here to test. This is one of the hardest racetracks to keep clean. You look like the 98. As he got up the racetrack, the dust blew. He just got out of the cleaned off groove.
Comp caution next sometime after they complete this lap.
Wind's blowing big time. All that sand's blowing onto the racetrack.
Jeffrey Earnhardt miraculously hasn't brought out another caution.
That dirt track mentality, right? Just going looking for more grip somewhere, got himself in trouble. Don't know how much damage there is to the car, though.
See Austin Cindric. He runs up high, and when he does, he gets the advantage on Briscoe. We'll see if
Okay, we're on lap 21. The caution's coming any time now.
So we're sure that the caution will be coming out here momentarily.
The leaderboard has reset to the starting lineup for some reason. I got to refresh that. And we have a caution. I had to refresh the leaderboard. It was back to... Man, fuck you, NASCAR. I ain't turning my ad blocker off. I resent any time a website's like, hey, can you turn your ad blocker off? No, I cannot. There's where Briscoe almost lost the championship 16 laps into a race.
Xfinity Series bodies are composite material. They're not metal, so they actually hold their shape very, very well. I don't see where it causes...
Somewhere Kyle Larson's going, now that's how you drive it.
No damage on the 98. So if you kind of make...
Could you imagine Bristol next year on dirt with frickin' Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace, those guys? Man, I plan on being there. I ain't got my ticket yet, but I really need to take care of that before it's too late. I'm a procrastinator, especially when it comes to spending money. Hey, Alfred, will you do me a favor? Will you grab me my Pepsi Zero Sugar Cherry? Pretty please. Pretty please. Be doing me a massive favor. I got my butler here. He's going to go get my drink for me. I'm parched, kid. Congratulations, Stan Mullis. Aaron's lucky dog. Nobody beats Aaron's. Nobody.
So you talk about the contact with the 98 car. You know, with these Xfinity cars, you're generally okay if you don't hit it with the right front. Right? If you're going to hit it with the right rear.
The next gen Cup car will be made of that same material. Like I said, Kyle Larson's mouth is watering somewhere thinking about that.
And looking at the car, you hardly see any damage at all.
He didn't even scrape the decals. I mean, he did a nice job. So, Rick, we mentioned at the top of the show, limited amount of Goodyear tires here for the Xfinity Series. 4 sets in the pits to run this. So, in my mind, you break it down. A set after stage 1, a set after stage 2. That long stage 3, over 100 laps. You're going to want a couple sets to manage in case you get yellows. For that reason, I don't expect the front runners to pit here. If someone does pit, I think it's purely for an adjustment. No one wants to use up a set of valuable Goodyear tires this early in the race.
Goodyears are valuable for the
Howdy.
championship run. And the possibility of winning
Thank
the
you.
last race of
I'm going to have all this drunk by the end of the race because my throat feels dry.
Just in case if you want out.
My mouth feels dry.
Why you spotted?
Oh, you can take that back.
No, just want to hit.
It's going to get warm.
Too late.
Speaking of which, I'll be right back.
Yep, we'll be back after this episode.
We know we're coming. drinks in there.
I don't want it.
Okay, back. Hey, that was our last stupid competition caution of the year in the Xfinity Series. Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations. I don't want it. No.
That's why he said he don't want it.
My God.
Why do people feel the need to ask the same question 35 times?
Yep. Welcome to Dalesville. So you get asked a million
It's like when I come home from work, I got to play 20 questions with Pop. And it's like, fucking hey, I don't want to talk about work when I'm not at work. That used to be the biggest pet peeve of mine in the world, dude. I'd come home from school. How was school? What'd you learn? You got any homework? What's it about? What classes you got? What'd you have for lunch? It's like, fucking shut up. Like,
I know how Austin is going to be. You know, he's going to try to win the championship, and I'm going to try to win the championship. So, you know, to me,
good call, Chase Briscoe. You hear that? Austin Cindric's going to try to win the championship.
He would agree more than anybody that I feel like on the racetrack we probably race each other harder than anybody else. So, just knowing that, you know, going into it, you know, some feelings might be hurt, but at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you and your team.
Well, if they take each other out, it's good for Justin Allgaier. So,
And to put some context to that soundbite, you got to realize that Chase Briscoe and Austin Cindric off the track are the best of friends.
Kyle Busch had a great sense of humor about getting wiped out by Kevin Harvick on the last lap last Sunday. He had a wonderful sense of humor about it.
But race each other for a title. I wonder how long you stay best friends out on the track, though.
You know, I would give anything to work tomorrow and be off Monday because I'd love to be off after an NFL Sunday. But the fact that I have to work tomorrow and then turn around and work fucking Monday, I want to blow my brains out. But hopefully, I catch a break Tuesday or Wednesday. I know for Thursday, for damn sure, it ain't going to see my ass. And Janet, if you're here, I'll need your help Thursday to try to secure something. I figure I'll better my chances at nabbing a PS5 if I've got somebody else looking for one as well. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm just really excited to play Spider-Man next week. Green flag, Briscoe, Allgaier, Gregson, Cindric. Justin Haley's lost some track position through this. Boy, this track is so nice. This is one of the few times where they repaved and reconfigured a track and it didn't suck afterwards. Like, old Phoenix was better. I love old Phoenix. But current Phoenix, which is a little wider and everything, it's pretty damn good. And it's aging beautifully. And the traction compound actually does help here. It's not a hindrance like, say, Texas. Briscoe, Cindric, Allgaier. We have a caution. Please tell me it's Jeffrey Earnhardt. J.J. Yaley and Matt Mills. And what the fuck? The 93. Good God, we got a clusterfuck of cars piled up. And it's all old ones.
In the very front of the pack, Noah Gragson was trying to get into a spot. He slid up in front of everybody and checked the entire lineup. I don't know if that, you know, catapult went all the way back and caused this wreck, but Noah trying to get into that top lane really slowed everybody up.
I was just told, yes, we're working tomorrow, but not long. And I'm like, okay, that helps, but I really hate having to get up early for nothing. I want to watch Dave Chappelle. I'm going to watch Dave Chappelle tonight. I hope he brought Chris Rock with him like he did last time he was on SNL. They better do a repeat of that skit they did after the 2016 election where it was Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle watching the election with a bunch of Hillary supporters. That was funny. Dave Chappelle better be dressed up as the blind black white supremacist reacting to Trump losing the election. Turn it around a little. Comes through the microphone.
1 and 2 is when he just pulled a slide job, right?
Slide job! Dale Jr. shouts from somewhere in Phoenix. I'm pretty sure Junior's already there. He's got to be there. One of his cars got a shot at the championship. I know he'd be there tomorrow to call the race anyway. I know that Junior's not in the booth for a reason, but I wouldn't be able to turn down calling a championship race at a track like this. I'd be like, put me in the booth, son.
The two separate instances that we saw there, cars around.
Two wrecks at once, totally unrelated to each other, with backmarker cars.
Either the high line or the low line. We saw 1 and 2.
Tearing up shit for no reason.
They chose the high line. And the AMR safety crew continue to work celebrate.
Hello, NASCAR Diecast.
45 laps.
We are 30 laps in. It's Briscoe, Cindric, Allgaier, and Justin Haley's back in 6th place. Like I said, Haley's the real underdog here. He's going to have to pull something, tire strategy or otherwise, to make shit happen. Or he could just pull a Clint Boyer from Martinsville 2012 and just drive in on a restart and just wipe everybody out. Although that didn't work out good for Boyer when he did it. Then again, nothing works out good for Clint Boyer because the spotter's Brett Griffin. That's his biggest weakness, is his spotter. Time to check my Facebook and see who I pissed off today. Because I've been going out of my way to piss people off this week. Like I said, I've been having the time of my life. Can I just say, if you are a grown-ass man who has to share a joint Facebook page with your wife or girlfriend, don't fucking talk to me. At least until you've asked her permission first. Like, it's amazing. Like, I'm immediately just going to laugh if anybody on, like, social media says something to me and they've got their wife's name in their Facebook page. Like, really? Hi, we're Shane and Amanda. Go fuck yourself. It's like, oh, okay. Who's saying that? You or your wife? It's fucking pathetic. Like, you got to share a Facebook page with your wife or girlfriend. Oh, my God. Like we're in 8th grade or something. That's the kind of people I've been dealing with the last couple of days. Saints Bucks. Should I stream that tomorrow? Should we stream that game tomorrow after the race? I'll see how I feel after the race. What do you say? Because I got to stream the Cup race, and I'm usually like bleh afterwards and just want to chill out and watch something. But Saints Bucks, we might stream that game and do a reaction to that. Like I said, I'll pick certain NFL games throughout the remainder of the regular season to live stream, react to, and then we'll do the playoffs in January. God willing, they happen.
To keep in line, and then Justin turns underneath him, and they weren't happy with each other.
Oh, look, no, Noah Gregson just ran into Justin Haley under caution.
And they were still going at it.
Fucking clown. You know what? You really think Justin Haley's going to put up with that shit today? He's racing for a championship. That's something Noah Gregson will never fucking relate to.
Kelly, what are you hearing from the 11?
Yeah, well, it got pretty animated on the radio right after that. Have a listen.
I'll get the system after the right contact. Let's keep working on it, dude. It's good. So I got pissed, but we can't shoot ourselves in the foot here. We'll race somebody like him, you know what I'm saying?
So they had another look at the cars, decided there really wasn't any damage, but there is a point to be made there. They said you got to choose, pick and choose your battles. Obviously, Justin has a lot more to lose than Noah Gragson does. Noah, of course, out of the championship is going for the win.
Yeah, that's right. And that conversation, the guy that got mad there was Kevin Hamlin, the spotter. Right? The driver kind of had to calm the spotter down a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Gregson being an idiot again.
Issue there with this team?
Well, I think there's a couple of concerns when they come down pit road, Rick. There were a number of drivers
Runs into Justin Haley under caution, try to cut down his right front tire.
The race had a different pace and different speed than he should have had, and it wasn't exactly pit road speed. So they're a little concerned on the 98, and see if you can dive into.
Like Ryan Newman said, there's this thing called the championship.
Tachometer will not be right, so it will be a little bit of a guessing game for Chase Briscoe to make sure he doesn't speed when he comes to pit road.
So real quick, lights on attack.
Remember that Ryan Newman was scolding Joey Logano at Michigan? There's a race for points. There's this thing called the championship.
Yellow lights, red lights. If you're way off, then you kind of have to guess. You better guess too slow and only a 200-lap race. You don't want to go to the back of the field.
You hope you'll come in on pit road leading, Steve, because if you're leading, even if you got to go slow, you're dragging everybody back to your speed. it won't be quite a disadvantage.
Getting ready for the restart once again. Look back.
Briscoe, Allgaier, dipshit Gregson, and Cindric. Never thought I'd be a bigger Cindric fan than Gregson.
Just 11 laps remaining in stage 1.
Great restart for Allgaier. But that outside line just prevails in the corner. It's remarkable for such a flat-looking racetrack how much speed you can carry off the outside. So far today, it's a three-car battle. Haley's just a bit off. These three are the class of the field, no doubt, and they're pretty even.
Look at this, 3 wide. You mentioned it. 2 on the racetrack. Well, now maybe 1. Harrison Burton all the way at the bottom. That shortcut will let the 20 of Harrison Burton be the first to the corner, but the top lane will work for the 11 of Haley. He'll carry the momentum on corner exit.
It's amazing how well this top lane is working. Between last night's truck race and today, this is how much it switched. This bottom was by far the way to go. Now it's the top.
I know Noah Gregson's a little bitch who's bitter that he's not going to win a championship or even compete for one, but have a little more fucking sense than that. Bryce, I can't show the race. Legally, I can't show the race, and I have no way to show the race because it won't. I tried before at the end of Talladega, but it wouldn't even show on my OBS, so I can't show the race. I would if I could. You can ask everybody else here that watches every week. I would if I could. I've tried before. Hey, Janet. Janet, I'm going to need your help Thursday to help me secure a PS5. We got to do what we did last time. We both got to try to nab one. And if I can't get one, maybe you can, or maybe I'll be able to get one myself anyhow. It'll be sometime Thursday afternoon, because I think like Walmart or whatever is releasing them at like 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. If I can nab one and get it here at my local store through the online deal, that would be ideal. But chances are I'm just going to have to order one online and wait for it. So I'll let you know if you're able to help me on Thursday. Matter of fact, the job I'm doing right now, I'm going to have more than enough money to get my... I've already got a lot of money put back anyway, but I'm getting $400 put in my hand Monday for this easy-ass job we're on currently. I just wish I didn't have to go tomorrow morning for a few hours. But that's fine. Working man. And it's only about 15 minutes from my house, which has been a huge break. 5 to go in stage 1.
You see Chase Briscoe up front. All of these main cars, Jeff, they're using that traction compound right now as we come to the...
Either way, I'm excited. I'll be playing a new Spider-Man game at the end of the week. Oop, we got a battle for second. Cindric's under Allgaier.
The 7 car for second place. So how do you manage your car if you know that traction compound? It's good now. It may not be that good at the end of the race.
Well, you do exactly what Austin Cindric did right.
Briscoe's car really fired off on this run for whatever reason, because Allgaier is all over Cindric. Maybe Cindric just doesn't have anything left here. Allgaier, who hasn't been quite as fast, probably has a little more tire left.
So that move into turn 1, it looked like he gained the spot, right?
It's allowing Briscoe to pull away now with 3 to go in the first stage. Stage points don't matter today, though.
Basically, Jeff, what you're saying is a pass doesn't happen at one end of the racetrack. It takes an entire lap. You get where you
Justin Haley's still running about 7. He hasn't been any better than 6th, really, since the start of the race. He started 4th, but they're off. Like I said, they're going to have to play some strategy to try to steal this away.
Top 3 championship 4 competitors running 1, 2, and 3. Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, and Justin Allgaier.
So now as we come to 2 to go, set the stage for these 3 cars. The 98 of Briscoe, he's been leading.
So at the end of stage 1 here, we got a pretty good idea of what these guys have today. Look at how hard Cindric's running up off of 2 to get this lead. Now he's closed back in on Briscoe. 1 to go in the stage. Briscoe about lost the championship a little while ago. I'm still thinking about that.
One more lap in this thing.
Briscoe's been dominant in stage 1, 37 of the 44 laps.
Big run off the corner here. Cindric's going to take it here. There's a lap car ahead, and Cindric's got to run on Briscoe. He's to his inside. He's going to send it. Ooh, yeah, I think Briscoe's going to take the lead back off of 4 here. Here it is. Yep, Briscoe's got it back. Stage 1 over. Briscoe by a nose. That lap car I thought was really going to give it to Cindric, but they split him in half, went around the outside and inside. And Briscoe held on.
In the playoffs already. Both of those number the most of any of the Xfinity Series drivers. So Chase Briscoe won stage 1.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Pitbull. You know, nothing screams NASCAR quite like Pitbull. When I think of NASCAR racing, I think of music like Pitbull. No, unfortunately, I'm from the South. I think about stupid-ass country music. If Chase wins tomorrow, he will be the 6th driver to win Xfinity and Cup. Name the other 5. Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, give me a second, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, and give me a second, it'll come to me. It'll come to me, I promise. I'm thinking. I've named 4. I like how I say it'll come to me and I'm having a brain fart. I'm trying to run through all the names in my head, you know. Huh. I feel like it's an obvious name, but I'm just blanking right now. Cup and Xfinity Championship. Why does my brain want to say Bobby Labonte? There you go. You said think 18, and I just said there Bobby Labonte. For some reason, I couldn't quite remember if Bobby won a Busch championship or not. But I'll say Bobby Labonte. So Bobby Labonte, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, and Martin Truex Jr. Yeah, I knew that. Bobby Labonte. That was the name that kept coming into my mind, but I didn't want to say it because I'm like, did he win a Busch championship? For some reason, I was running through active drivers in my head, but for whatever reason, Bobby Labonte's beautiful face just kept flashing into my brain. I'm like, was it him? Booby la booby. Oh, booby la booby. Great getting to watch Bobby race with the guys this year. During the iRacing stuff, it was good having Bobby Labonte back. We had Bobby Labonte, Jeff Gordon, and Dale Jr. back for the North Wilkesboro race. And Talladega. Think about it. We watched a live race in the year 2020 with Bobby Labonte, Jeff Gordon, and Dale Jr. in it. Very good, clean race so far with Briscoe, Cindric, and Allgaier. The only near disaster was Briscoe almost taking himself out. I really should have been on NASCAR Smarts on Speed Channel back when they had that show. I would have kicked ass. I used to watch that show all the time, be like, dude, I would fucking own this show. Somebody put me on NASCAR Smarts. Bring it back just so I can be on it and whoop ass. My ex Nixon on YouTube, NASCAR Nixon. I used to be a part of the Trivia Night in the Nixon group on Facebook, and I kicked ass so good. We had Trivia Night like once a week for a long while, and I was always kicking ass. I think actually we did it in Discord. It was a Facebook group, but we were on a Discord, and we would do trivia.
Coming down pit road, you see the wedge adjustment in the back of the car. It was way too free. They also
Also a KISS Trivia World Champion, but that's another story. Like world champion. Like I beat guys who have been fans of KISS about 25 years longer than me and have written books and run websites dedicated to the band, and I beat them. Allgaier retakes the lead off pit road. Briscoe and Cindric fall to 3rd and 4th. Haley drops to 9th. Advantage Allgaier, motherfucker. That first pit stall. You're supposed to call him Lobby Babani. We call him Booby La Booby. But Lobby Bavanti is a pretty good one. That's about like Buddy Baker or whoever. It was Buddy Baker or Ned Jarrett. One of them used to get Wally Dallenbach's name all fucked up. They'd call him Dolly Wallenbach. Wally Dallenbach. And he'd be like, well, Dolly Wallenbach. See, I'm old school. I know all this stuff.
Big brain.
Hashtag big brain, yeah.
Hashtag
Dolly Wallenbach.
Call them for hashtag big brain.
And then I used to call Rusty Wallace Krusty Walrus. Or Rusty Walrus, but then somebody stole that name and made a YouTube channel out of it. Shout out to Rusty Walrus. Love your stuff. But yeah, old Krusty Walrus. Looks like his stomach is on fire. That's one of the classic. Hold on. I got to find that clip for you guys, and I'll post it in the chat since I can't show it on YouTube. Hold on. Let me see if it's... I'm just going to type in Rusty Wallace stomach fire. Please tell me that it's... Oh. There was like a clip where it was like during a race and they were talking about some drivers in the race and they go, well, let's take a look at Rusty Wallace, and a big graphic comes up on the screen with like a moving image of Rusty, and there was like smoke coming up from the bottom, and Buddy Baker goes, it looks like his stomach's on fire, and they all just started laughing their asses off. Oh, there's Tony Stewart.
Thank you so much for taking your time, buddy. I know you're up in the owner's suites, you're socially distanced, but man, exciting to have you back at the track. We're watching your driver.
The smoke. Look how good he looks. Tony Stewart's looking healthy.
Hell yeah, I'm nervous. I'm not driving the car, so I'm always nervous when I'm not driving the car. But Chase is doing an awesome job, and you know, hopefully,
oh, Krusty the Clown,
to do what he does best, and that's go on and win today. So you know, these top 3 guys right now are tough, and you know, it's going to be one of those days that you're going to be able to make mistakes, and you're going to have to get absolutely...
Well, Tony's no stranger to championship situations.
Today, so it's going to be pretty intense.
Dude,
we've been using the hashtag HeyRuss. Fans have been asking questions. What kind of advice did you give Chase? Because I certainly know he was asking you about Phoenix and about today.
I said, don't screw up. So, no, it's... You know, they had an ARCA race earlier today, so...
oh, there was an ARCA race today? How many cars were in it? 6?
Feel good at the start of the race because of the different rubber.
All from the same team.
You know, and really just kind of race the race. I mean, it's a race within a race. I mean, you're only racing really 3 other guys on the racetrack. So it's a matter of every one of those guys that aren't those 3, you got to realize that they're on a totally different agenda than what he's on today. So you have to be careful. You have to not put yourself in any bad positions, and you have to not make mistakes. And you know, he got really close to having a big one early there, which is exactly why we had that conversation. You know, this is a tough deal for these guys to sit there and be put in this position of having you know, guys that are right behind you that you are racing for a championship. So you can't give anything away, but you can't make mistakes early and take yourself out.
When the smoke speaks, I'll listen.
Thanks for joining us, buddy. Rick, we're going to be back with Tony Stewart later. I know we got a restart coming. It's going to be exciting, buddy.
Oh, yeah. You know it, Rick.
Interesting for Briscoe and that pit stop.
So we heard the communication, the concern about the pit road light setting and how fast he was going to be able to go. Jeff, look at this. So much concern. He turns to the left. The 7 of Allgaier and the 9 of Gregson are basically able to pass the 9.
So Briscoe was taking it really conservative on his pit road speed because he's worried about his tachometer lights, and that allowed Gregson and Allgaier to get around him, and Allgaier maintains the lead, or gets the lead back. But he's still on the front 2 rows. Tommy Joe Martins is going to restart on the front row with Justin Allgaier. Well, I would expect Allgaier is going to pull out to a lead for a little while here. He's got that outside line. That's been the great line through this first corner. We'll see what kind of run Briscoe gets going down here into 1. Got a great run, but... Oh, he's going to try to slide job him. And he got it. Briscoe takes the lead back. Way to go, man. Oh, here comes Allgaier underneath him. He cleared him off of 4, but Allgaier was faster off the corner. Now Allgaier takes the lead back. Sent that car into 3. I can't believe that stuck. He was running out of space as they came off of 4. Please don't take each other out. Please don't take each other. Briscoe!
This track has turned into such a great balance of grip on the bottom versus the top. Jeff, 10 years ago, that was a wreck. If you missed the bottom that far, you would absolutely wreck. But this dark area just...
Like I said, the new Phoenix. A+ work by the guys who did this racetrack. They managed to reconfigure a track and not fuck it up. They deserve an award for that. How many times do they repave or reconfigure and just completely shit all over a racetrack? That's not... Half the time it shouldn't be traction compound on the outside line. It should just be straight up raw sewage because that's how bad most of these reconfigurations are. Texas Motor Speedway. Kentucky. Although Kentucky's a thing of the past. Good riddance. Allgaier's driving away now. Here comes Cindric for 3rd. Cut the track on the front stretch and gained a lot of ground to get by Gregson. Side by side for 3rd. Hey, Michael Annett got renewed for another season to waste a ride at Junior Motorsports. Everybody give it up for him. Congratulations. God, Allgaier's taking off. Gregson's underneath Briscoe for 2nd. You better be careful racing that 9 car. He's a fucking moron. Slide job through the corner there. He was plenty clear enough to do it, but Briscoe's going to drive back under him here.
He's racing against guys that are in the championship 4, but at the same time, he's looking out for himself.
I'd have to get rid of that 9 car at a certain point today if I'm one of them championship 4.
I expect the older, more veteran drivers to perhaps get a little wave to those championship 4, but in the Xfinity Series, these are young.
Yeah, I'd expect the veterans to do the right thing. I don't expect idiots like Gregson to do anything that's not stupid.
But his owner, Dale Jr., wants to see him drive that 9 as hard as he can.
But really, it's helping Allgaier, so should I really be complaining? I just want to have some sense of integrity here. Yes, race hard, but don't be an ass. Basically, if I'm not in the championship 4, and I'm Noah Gragson, and I'm racing with Cindric and Briscoe, I'm going to race them like they're my teammate. Although to Gregson, that doesn't mean much because he took out Allgaier to win Bristol earlier this year. But if I was a normal driver, not a dipshit like Noah Gragson, I would race the championship guys like they're a teammate. You can race, just don't be a moron, is all I'm saying.
Remember the first part of that run, he was not running up in the PJ1 sticky stuff. He is
the sticky
now.
shit.
He said to his team before the pit stop, I can't do what
30 to go in stage 2.
A small air pressure adjustment. Fix that for the 7 car, and you'll notice, in addition to leading, he's running up on that high line now.
And pulling away. Well, that's what we talked about. Not only has Justin Allgaier won here twice, but he has done it with this crew chief, Jason Burnett. So those mid-race adjustments, it's one thing to read a report or to read your notes. It's another thing to be the guy who made the adjustments. Those stick in your brain as a crew chief, Rick. When you make the right adjustment and it works, you don't forget about it.
Here's a random thought about work this week. You know what I realized this week? My arms are not really short, but my dad is like 1.5 inches, 2 inches taller than me, and I swear his arms are about 5 inches longer than me because we reach up high to do a lot of stuff, and he can always reach higher than me. Just a random thought, just thinking out loud. I have short arms, although they don't seem that short. I'm like 6'1.5", 6'2", and he's like 6'3" or so. I'm not Eric Estep. I'm not 8 feet tall.
You know, he's been racing for a long time, right? This is what you're talking about, Rick. As you get into turn 1, what happens is it goes away pretty quickly. So just for a little bit, you got to focus on the yellow line. Look to your left. Just
Race is chilled out now.
find that yellow line.
Allgaier's got 1.5 seconds almost over Cindric. Cindric and Briscoe.
Jeff, I hate to tell you that, but you know that's turn 3 now.
Well, Cindric got around Gregson. Briscoe's still 4th.
I picked on you because one of us was going to do it wrong.
Oh, Gregson. Part of me wants him to take out one of the championship guys just so I can bitch about it. Just because it would prove the point I've been trying to make all year that this guy's a fucking moron and doesn't know what he's doing.
How many years is that? I actually never saw it the other way.
That was back when they were racing chariots back then. Austin Cindric, we mentioned how he had a great run to start off this race. Well, he's fought back now, and Cindric has moved up into the second position, able to get by Gregson. Briscoe still running back in fourth. The other championship 4 contender, Justin Haley, is running 7th right now.
I'm really curious, this yellow and black car of Austin Cindric, I'm really curious how fast he is. Well, guess what? That time, he was 2.5 tenths faster. He is the fastest race car. There's no question he has the best race car, but he has...
Hey guys, while there's a lull in the race, I got another race I want to look at really fast. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. This race is already over. There's the other race. That shit was over days ago. Anyway. Sorry for the distraction. So what's up with Chastain? He had a vibration. Boy, Ross, I don't know how to explain his season. Most drivers would be like, oh, that's a good season. But for Chastain, it just don't feel right. They haven't won a race. They barely missed the Final 4. Most top 10s. Best average finish in the series. I don't know. Lap 69. Nice. Nice. Sorry, I wanted to pull up Brian France there. Remember when he brought fucking Mitt Romney to Daytona? Oh, there's another race going on. You fucking ass. Yeah, there was another race going on, and Mitt Romney lost that one. Oh, my God. Briscoe, stop. Dude, Briscoe just slide jobbed Gregson. He's lucky he didn't hit the wall. And he's going to take the spot from Gregson off the corner on the outside. Jesus. Is Gregson going to be like Ben Rhodes and just wreck him for the simple fact that he's like racing hard without ever touching him? That is some NASCAR Heat online lobby bullshit without the wrecks, though. And we got a battle for the lead. Cindric has caught Allgaier. 20 to go in stage 2. Last race of the year. Can't hold anything back now. I plan on saying that a lot more today. There's that Joey Logano mirror driving Allgaier was trying to do. Ooh, lap car. Didn't hurt Cindric too much. Well, it hurt his entry into the next corner. He kind of had to reset behind Allgaier to get a good angle into the corner. So Allgaier's going to hold him off for a lap. Another lap or so. If Harvick wins, does he do a burnout or drive the car straight to the airport? Nah, he's going to drive the car all the way to the Golden Gate Bridge and just jump off if he wins that race tomorrow. He's going to be like Squidward on that episode of SpongeBob where his nose falls off and his head just deflates like a balloon and he falls over. How 2020 would it be if Kevin Harvick wins the race tomorrow? And it's like, and Chase Elliott finishes third and wins the championship. I don't know, based on how Harvick's run the last 3 weeks, he ain't going to be much of a fucking factor tomorrow anyway. Allgaier still holding off Cindric. Justin Haley still running in 8th. That's not going to get it, my friend. That's not even good enough to take advantage of the leader's mistakes. Cindric coming for that lead to the inside.
But this is one of the few tracks that's an oval that still allows the drivers to shift, Jeff. And see right now, Cindric's had enough. Still very disciplined driving in the corner.
Great driving by Allgaier there. Holds him off again. Clears him. Caution's out. We got a smoker. Tommy Joe Martins. Well, that sucks. He was just running so well.
He was up front, stayed on the racetrack for that most recent restart, but now smoke rolling out from behind the 44. The caution has come out.
That sucks. I like Tommy Joe. They were having a good run. But he done blowed up, as they say.
We haven't seen up front today that perhaps we thought would run inside the top 10. Daniel Hemrick driving the 8 out of Junior Motorsports, currently 6 laps down. Had to go behind pit wall early. They changed the carburetor on that car. So if you don't hear Daniel Hemrick's name, he's not out of the race, but 6 laps down because of a mechanical issue. I'm going to tell you, that 8 car has some bad luck. Bad luck. It doesn't matter the driver. They have a variety of drivers in it, and it seems like they just can't get in and go their way.
All right, some great battles right here. This was Briscoe just absolutely sliding in front of the 9 car of Noah and then having to just stop. Right, so right here, Noah Gregson has a choice to make. I can run in the back of him or I can cross him over. Tries to cross him over, but Briscoe now has the spot. Those are the moves that we're going to see all day, and it's the move that Austin Cindric has yet to be willing to make. It's coming. It's coming. He's going to at some point say enough's enough and have to take that, try to take that and make that work. But so far, to me,
you know, guys, this is a very, you know, come together moment for our country. There's going to be a lot of dudes making angry videos from the back of their pickup trucks this week, so keep an eye out for that on social media.
All right, are you ready to win $25,000?
That's why we got to have NASCAR to bring us together. Nothing would seal the deal like a Chase Elliott Championship. I'm just saying, racing gods, you want to hook me up? Dumb format or not, I guess a championship's a championship. It's a big fucking trophy. That's the best thing about this championship is the trophy. The Cup Championship trophy is one of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen. They never need to change that. Never change that trophy. I thought the Nextel Sprint Cup dealie was kind of a lame trophy. I mean, it looked like a big deal, you know, a moderate trophy. But that old Winston Cup trophy was always better. And the current Cup Championship trophy is the best. I love that trophy. Nobody's pitting, by the way. It's only going to be about 12 or 11 to go on the stage here.
Could have got off sequence and try to beat them another way. Because currently I just haven't seen the car to beat them.
Maybe too early.
Whoops.
They made a foot angle.
It's a goose.
It's a foot angle.
Well, because I'm going to be stuck playing the new Spider-Man on my PS4 for a day or two. I got to delete something off the PS4. Probably Star Wars again, because I played Battlefront like once or twice since I re-downloaded it. I was like, man, I need Battlefront back. I want to play it. And then I played it like twice, and I haven't fucking touched it. So, and that game takes up like 115 gigs. Dude, I'm very disappointed. Okay, from all reviews I've read, the PS5 is fucking incredible. There's just one problem. The hard drive. It's only 150 gigs more than the standard PS4 hard drive. You mean in the future I might have to buy another hard drive and do the work myself? Because I don't want to keep deleting shit and re-downloading shit. And you know games are getting bigger and bigger, but they could have given us at least a terabyte. They gave us like 650 gigs. 500's half a terabyte. 650's not much more. 650 might get you like one more game than you'd be able to carry normally. So that's a bit of a letdown. And if you use an external hard drive, it's not going to feed off the power of the PS5, which is a very strong system. So I guess you can put all your like shitty half-assed games on the external hard drive if you want to be a cheap ass. But my external hard drive is used for my PC now because I have a bunch of games. Saturday Night Live, Dave Chappelle. And the Foo Fighters are playing. Taking a break from fighting Foo to come perform on Saturday Night Live. That's a lot of fans in the stands, I just noticed. Took me this long into the race to be like, damn.
A little bit cooler as the sun starts to go down. We were talking about those shadows you guys were.
Sun's going down. It's only 3:15 out there.
We're about 20 minutes away from the sun going
Fucking daylight savings.
My question is going to be, who has adjustability built into their race cars? Because I'm feeling this temperature start to drop 3, 4, 5 degrees, and in about 20 minutes it'll be cool and dark. Be interesting to see who has the adjustability. Dave, what do you got?
Brad, interesting you mentioned that because this track has always been two very different ends. It's built quite uniquely in its shape. Listen to the radio from the 7 real quick.
Better 1 and 2 words, 3 and 4. Still really tight center, both ends. Just can't pick the gas up early enough on either end. 1 and 2 especially. Like, if I can pick the gas up a little earlier.
Yo, my TV is so good. It's got better Wi-Fi connection than like my PS4. Because like on PS4, when I would use the NBC app, it would randomly stop or freeze every now and then. There's like no lag, no stop, no nothing on this TV, and I'm not even hardwired in. I'm using the cable for my computer right now. This TV is the truth.
The bottom line is they're trying to get that car better than the 22 behind him. Right now, it's just as good at 3 and 4, not quite as good 1 and 2.
Thanks, Dave. And all three, the top 3 competitors chose the highlight for the restart.
Yeah, this is just something we're going to.
It's the Kamala Harris of TVs.
They're confident. They know they're probably at risk on the initial start, the 3, 4, 5, 6 wide down the dog leg, but they want to be at the high line when they get down into turn 1. Brad Dory, I'm going to pick on a little bit. That is an experience.
Allgaier, Gregson, Burton, Cindric, the front 2 rows. Briscoe's 3rd in line on the outside. Justin Haley still not a factor. Man, I'd have rather had Ryan Sieg get to the Final 4. I like Justin Haley, but wouldn't it have been awesome if Sieg made it? You know he wouldn't have a chance in hell, but... Well, maybe if the race was at Las Vegas. How much you want to bet they're going to move the championship race to Las Vegas in a couple of years?
Smart racing right now. But
Las Vegas or Nashville.
how smart can you be? You cannot afford to give up a lot. I think you'll see.
Both make sense for what NASCAR would want to do. But I like Phoenix. I could stick with Phoenix for a while. 10 laps to go in stage 2. What the Allgaier is kicking ass on these. When he's the leader, he kicks ass on these restarts. But as the run goes on, I feel like Cindric's stronger. There's Gregson about to take out some championship contenders again. Thank God he saved it.
How about Brandon Jones in the 19?
Fuck off, Brandon Jones. You're worthless.
Jones made that bottom work. Everybody else gave up on it. He committed to it. Picked up a lot of spots.
Won this race back in March, said he beat the man at the racetrack. He was referring to Kyle Busch, who was in the race at the time.
What a race that was. Phoenix race earlier this year. I didn't stream it. I was protesting a cup driver in the Xfinity race, and I didn't stream that race. I regret that.
He got some track position, doing a nice job keeping it.
Got to the point where whenever Kyle Busch was in the Xfinity race, I'd still stream it anyway because this series has been so fun to watch. And Kyle Busch can't win no more. Not without like fuel mileage or something, I suppose. There's Cindric all over Allgaier. Damn near put the bumper to him off of 2. I think Cindric's going to drive away here. How hard can he get into this corner to clear Allgaier? He is clear. Cindric takes the lead. Boy, he's strong.
Waited until he had a nose in front of the 7 car to make that move. Once he was able to get that position, he took it.
Can you hear the bass in that car outside blasting music? Because it's like shaking the house.
Drive away from the 7, but it's going to teach Allgaier. Steve, right now, Allgaier's going to be disappointed, but he's going to learn where.
Ryan Sieg's on pit road. Not implications.
This smaller team made the playoffs, had great speed in the playoffs. A lot of bright future for this team. CMR Roofing is back on this organization, trying to continue to build. So we hate to see trouble here in the final race of the year, but been a great year so far for Steve.
He's on pit road, racing continuing. Is Cindric starting to pull away? Thought that he had one of the fastest cars. He's showing it now. Chase Briscoe coming back into the picture. He's running in the 3rd spot behind Allgaier.
Jeff, you mentioned about how Allgaier is going to have to try to learn from the 22. The one thing I'm seeing is not just a short run, but new tires. On brand new sticker tires, the 7 seems to fire off the best. Then the 22 gets better, the 98 gets better. So you want to make some adjustments, but also keep that in mind. We don't know how that final stage is going to play out. It looks to me like Allgaier fires off the best, then maybe falls off a little bit too much. Parker.
Well, guys, as we look at Austin Cindric leading this race, think about how prepared that 22 team led by Brian Wilson showed up to this race. They didn't make a single adjustment on that 22 car under the first stop, and obviously Austin Cindric very happy on the race car, just a tick.
I'll be able to tell my grandkids, you know, back in the day we used to have practice before NASCAR races, and on the weekends we would watch Speed Channel for 12 hours at a time and watch like 8 practice sessions and qualifying in a row and watch trackside. I have been to multiple tapings of NASCAR race day back when they used to do it at the track. Jimmy Spencer, Kenny Wallace, that ass clown John Roberts, remember him? He was better than Adam Alexander, if I can remember how to speak English. I should really go on a pilgrimage to learn how to speak if I'm going to be a streamer. 2 to go in stage 2. Jeremy Clements in the top 10. That's worth noting. I like giving a shout out to Clements and Sieg and Brandon Brown whenever they do well, and Brett Moffitt.
Cannot lean on it the way he needs to. Gonna have to get that car tightened up. So right along with him, the Hunt Brothers pizza cam. Do that downshift.
Allgaier, they need to make some kind of change on that car for long run speed. That's all they're missing. They fire off so well, and especially when they start in the lead and from that outside line, they fire off really well. I think Cindric, it just comes to him. He can be patient. Briscoe's having to probably push a little harder than he wants. And Haley's a non-factor. That's the story of the race so far.
Allgaier, Briscoe, Jones, and Gregson are in the top 5.
Jeremy Clements, stage points. Mad Snyder, stage points.
It just matters to finish in front of the other 3 Championship 4 competitors. But this time, it's Austin Cindric who gets to the finish line first.
Oh boy. Wonder what Dave Despain. Maybe I can find that clip. Hold on. Y'all won't be able to see it, but I'm going to play the audio of Dave Despain flipping out on Wind Tunnel. Because there was like snob racing fans that said that he was talking too much about NASCAR. So you won't be able to see the video, but you should be able to hear the audio.
First of all, to all of you assholes who constantly send me shitty emails accusing me of selling out the motorcycle people to do a car show, screw you. I am just so tired of hearing that shit. And if I hear one more about too much NASCAR on this network, I'm going off. Because, of course, there is too much NASCAR on the network. It's because there are too many NASCAR fans. And whose fault is that? It sure is not mine. Son of a I'm sick of hearing that shit. Oh, wait. I forgot something. It's my last chance to remind you that when we come back in mid-January, we're going to re-air Wind Tunnel, the interviews, that series. I hope you're going to watch that, and then we go live again at 9 o'clock Eastern and run you up to Speed Weeks at Daytona. And I almost forgot to mention that, and that's really important. But now, a couple of more things that me off here. One is this email that says, "Oh, that dumb no driving son of a wrecked my favorite guy again." Come on, that's bullshit. Dumb driving errors don't have a thing to do with whether or not you like the guy. And all you kids who insist that I'm a shill for somebody, the my RL or Carter, those sons of NASCAR, bad. I've heard.
They just go off the air and he's not even done ranting. What a legend. What a legend. Dave Despain, wherever you are, come back. Bring back Speed Channel. Start that petition. I'll get my man Joey B on the phone as soon as he gets to the White House in January. Be like, look, man, can you get them to bring Speed Channel back? We got to make motorsports racing coverage great again. Joe Biden's like, what the fuck is Speed Channel? I'm like, nah, bro, you got to understand. Used to make my whole weekend watching Speed Channel. I miss that shit, dude. Speed Channel was like the only channel I used for like 5 years. At least 5 years.
All right, the Championship 4. Right now, Austin Cindric
Devastated when it went away in January of 2013. Fucking sucked, dude. That was like the saddest day in racing since Earnhardt died, was when we lost Speed Channel.
all figured out. The adjustments you make right now have better be good ones because you don't know how this final.
If I hear another fucking thing about too much fucking NASCAR on this channel. Of course, there's too much fucking NASCAR. All you fuckers are goddamn NASCAR fans. And whose fucking fault is that?
Great opportunity right here for that 98 car, that blue car in third position. We've talked all day about.
I can't even call racing fans toxic because I'm a part of many communities as far as fandom. Racing fans, particularly the younger crowd, the E-Steps, the Darians, the Iceberg, Slap Shoes, myself, even if we disagree, we are very welcoming to new people, and we're not toxic. We can disagree and not be toxic. So I wouldn't say that the racing fan community is that toxic because all the boomers were, but we're phasing them the fuck out. And now it's people like me, my age group, the millennials, and the Gen Zers. Brandon Jones takes the lead. Wow. Briscoe, Cedric Allgaier are second, third, and fourth. Haley up to sixth. Hey, back in the game. But, like, when I think of toxic fan communities, I think of, like, Star Wars, man. That's the fucking worst. I love me some Star Wars, but, like, it's outrageous how bad it is. You've had, like, they bullied the kid that played Anakin in episode 1 to the point where he, like, became an alcoholic and a fucking criminal over the fact that he was bullied. They almost drove Jar Jar to suicide. Ahmed Best, he was, like, suicidal after playing in 3 Star Wars movies. Daisy Ridley, she's wonderful. She left social media because people wouldn't stop shit. Like, she wrote or directed the fucking movies. Like, of all the things you could complain about in Star Wars, especially in the sequel trilogy, the performances, you cannot knock anybody's performance in those movies. You may not like the writing, the direction of where they took the characters and the script and whatever. Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, everybody that was involved left it all on the field, and they were brilliant. They carried those, particularly Adam Driver. He carried those fucking movies. I gave a shit about Kylo Ren. This is a Star Wars ran on a NASCAR stream.
Star Wars on NASCAR.
You can't knock the performances, and that's why I got so angry at how Daisy Ridley and that chick that played Rose. Yeah, I thought Rose sucked, but that chick didn't write Rose. She didn't write the script. She didn't make those choices. She did the best of what they gave her. Her character was lame, but she got bullied and death threats and forced off social media. That's toxicity. You don't really see that in the NASCAR community. That's my Star Wars rant. When we play Jedi Fallen Order again, I should have saved that for when I play Jedi Fallen Order on PS5. Because I'm planning on streaming that whenever I get my PS5. We haven't streamed Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order in a long while. We played through it like once. And I'm not against playing a game again for the sake of streaming. Because it's a fun game. I've been playing it on PC lately. I had the itch to play it again. I was going to wait till the PS5 came out to play it again, but I was like, ah, fuck it, I got it on PC. I'll just play it for myself.
You've been in that spot, going for a championship. What does it feel right now to be in that driver's seat for drivers like your guy, Chase Briscoe?
Well, and that is exactly right. It depends on which guy you are. If you're...
And oh yeah, one last thing about Star Wars. I love Hayden Christensen. If you don't like Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker, you can get the hell out of my stream. That was brilliant casting. And he did the best with what he was given. And Episode 3 is the best Star Wars movie. Get at me. And he's a big reason why.
Then you got Justin Allgaier that's on the polar opposite end of that scale.
Episode 3 is the best Star Wars movie. And that's why George Lucas is still the Star Wars master.
The hard part is, you know, you'd love to be in Justin's shoes probably. If you're not Austin, you want to be in Justin's shoes, I'm going to guess, because you got...
Hot take. Star Wars movies. The top 3 best ones. Episode 3, Episode 5, and get ready for this, The Last Jedi, bitch. Yes, Last Jedi is the 3rd best Star Wars movie. Get at me. Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, Last Jedi. Fuck with me.
Green, white, checkered finish or a short run finish. guarantee you these guys.
That's a hot take for you.
They realize
I might get bullied. If I had more Star Wars fans, I'd get bullied off of social media too. I wouldn't leave though. You can't bully me off social media. Have you guys seen? You guys haven't seen my Facebook feed these last couple of days. I'm ruthless. You ain't gonna scare me off. I'm here to stay. You guys are stuck with me. We ain't attracted any dipshits into any of my NASCAR streams. I still can't get over that. We've been streaming NASCAR all season long, and we've had like no ass clowns.
So I don't know how you can count anybody out on a restart.
That proved to me right there. Like, yeah, NASCAR community ain't bad, especially the people that are in my age group, because those are generally the people that are going to come on YouTube and try to find other NASCAR fans.
Tony Stewart, thanks for joining us, brother.
Let me have my Dave Despain moment here. So Brennan Jones somehow got the lead. We're 2 laps from halfway in this motherfucker.
At the same racetrack I'm at, we can stay in this week. I love it. It's so cool for Tony to join us today. That's such a great perspective. He's the man. This is one of the tracks. He's the guy you have to be.
Stage 3. This is for all the marbles. A year's worth of work.
Race leader. We'll see if he can make that outside line work.
Allgaier didn't have the advantage of that outside line, but he still takes the lead anyway. He clears Brennan Jones. Here comes that run off the corner, but Jones doesn't really take it. And Allgaier's going to take the lead. And like we said, he fires off good, but I would say in about 25 to 30 laps, Cindric or Briscoe or both will be all over him. That's just how this race has gone. There's Gregson. He just almost wrecked Briscoe. He almost came up the track and body slammed Briscoe there.
And this is what Tony Stewart was just talking about. He liked what Cindric was on the long run, but if you needed to be on the exact opposite, it was the 7. And now
we are halfway
how good he fires on brand new tires.
To having a champion.
I bet that 11 car really hasn't had the speed so far today, but there he is.
Justin Haley, yeah, like they're saying, Haley is starting to run better than he has all day. I don't know if he can sustain that over the course of a long run, but we'll see. Through the choose rule or pit stops or whatever, he gained some ground.
Let Noah slide up in front of him right here.
Downshifted early, back into the gas for Haley. See if he can clear the 9 of Gregson. Gregson continuing to fight right on his door. Those two traded paint earlier. And Haley has cleared him. So now, the championship 4 all running inside the top 5. Steve, can they make it on fuel? Nope. They're going to have to come.
You got to pit one more time. You can't make it from here. Rick Allen already asking questions to. He's asking questions that he already knows the answers to. That's for all the morons out there that ain't never watched before. The ever elusive casual fan. You know, the only thing I would ever hope to accomplish streaming this way is to, like, make new fans.
Here comes Haley. 21-year-old.
That's really what I'm primarily about. I doubt I ever do, because we're such a small channel. Maybe somebody who watches my other shit stumbles into this and it's like, hey, this is kind of fucking interesting. And then boom, new fans. I'm doing your job for you, Steve O'Donnell, and I'm doing as good a job as he is, which means I'm not doing a good job. Youth movement, bitch. I can still say youth movement. I'm not 30 yet. I'm 26. I'll be 27 in February, so I can still say youth movement. Once I get north of 30, I can't keep talking like I'm a young guy anymore. I really do still think of myself as like an 18-year-old or something, but I'm 26. Life comes at you fast, man. Life comes at you fast. Just ask that dipshit sitting in the White House right now contemplating his existence. What a time to be alive. So when I said in about 25 to 30 laps there'd be somebody on Allgaier, we're not at 25 to 30 yet, but Cindric's coming. He's about to get around Brennan Jones, and then it won't take him long to hunt down Allgaier. Allgaier needs a short run to win this championship. Needs a short run and a late pit stop. He's got that good pit stall.
This is his wheelhouse. He's just got to keep the 7 there throughout the rest of this race, Parker.
Well, the car he had to, Austin Cindric had to pass to win stage 2 was that 7 and Justin Allgaier, but we've been talking about that slide job and how you move up in front of that car that you want to...
Dale Jr. just twitched. Somebody said slide job.
How that went down. Take a listen to his radio, what he had to say under the caution.
Nothing worked out there with the 7. He just gets tight or he let me in? No, he jumped that little edge coming out of the throttle. It'll work.
And that is because it's driver inside the car. You don't know exactly how that went down. Did you clear them? Did they give the spot to you? That's what
I'm really glad Brandon Jones didn't make the championship 4. Oh, God, my foot hurts. I just realized how bad my right foot hurts from being on that damn ladder today. Woo, Cindric up to second. How long will it take him to get Allgaier, who's only about 1.3 seconds ahead?
The early part of a run.
The best are running up front. Allgaier, Cindric, Briscoe, all part of the top 4. Haley running in the 6th position.
Allgaier, Cindric, Brandon Jones, Briscoe, dipshit Gregson. It's a Geico Gecko commercial. Crikey. They're not showing Cindric and Allgaier right now, so I can't see how the gap is looking. But if it's not substantially closer when they come back from commercial, I'd be surprised. Like I said, I figured it'd just be a matter of time. Dude, I swear you just turned it down and then turned it right back up. Well, excuse me, I'm just trying to stream over here. One day if you stream, I'm gonna come in your room and blast Game Boy music. I'm gonna play the most annoying best Game Boy music. It's gonna be the Dragon's Den music from Pokemon Silver. That's some jamming shit, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that.
I'm probably gonna be playing Pokemon Gold anyway.
Dragon Den music is the best because it sounds like your Game Boy's breaking. It's got that constant underneath it, like the Lavender Town theme had. DFS Vids, hello. Welcome. They're in commercial right now. That's why you're not hearing any race audio. Actually, they're side by side, so I'm still watching the race. There's just commercials on right now. Is that a Daytona 500 commercial? Man, we can't start talking about Daytona yet. I can't be getting that excited this early. I don't make the off-season seem like it takes forever, even though this off-season's not going to take that long. This off-season is shorter than the COVID break we had, I'm pretty sure. Or it's about the same length as the COVID break we had in the middle of this season. You play Emerald on your brother's SP. I got Emerald on an emulator. God damn it, when am I going to stream the rest of Pokemon Leaf Green? I don't know. I haven't forgotten about it. Sooner or later. I've been saying sooner or later for a couple of months now, it seems like. But I got my emulators. I got red, blue, yellow, silver, gold, crystal, ruby, sapphire, emerald, fire red, leaf green, black and white, diamond and pearl, and platinum. I got them all. And I got them saved on a hard drive so I'll never lose them if this computer ever got fucked for some reason. I was like, I got to preserve this shit. I went too long without having access to Pokemon games. Oh, yeah, and I got Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I haven't played Soul Silver in a few weeks. I wasn't streaming it, though. Because after streaming Leaf Green, I'm like, you know what? I can't be streaming 2 RPGs in a row. Because, good God, Pokemon games take 1,000 years to get through. They really do. It's tough to stream an RPG. I was learning that the closer we get to the end of Pokemon Leaf Green.
He looks like he has the car the longer we run. 98.
And I still got to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. I played Pro Skater 1, but nobody seemed interested. No, my channel is basically just NASCAR now. It's like the only stuff I have that gets views. Batman, I bet maybe Spider-Man will get some of the Batman crowd because people who like those games tend to like Spider-Man. So when we play Miles Morales this coming week, maybe that'll get some action. But hell, I streamed Friday the 13th on election night as a joke, and literally nobody fucking watched. And I was like, oh, okay. Nobody really watched. I was like, oh, all right. It was in prime time, too. Not late, not early in the day. It was like prime hours of the day, and nobody gave a fuck. So, but when I do these NASCAR streams, we do very well. Successful for this channel. And Cindric is on the bumper of Allgaier about 5 laps earlier than I thought he might be. Boy, this is Cindric's championship to win, you got to think. Unless we get a short run. If we get a short run, 15 laps or so to the end, Allgaier's going to take this thing, surely. I'm fairly confident, but it seems like Cindric overall is the best car. Briscoe, once again, just a little off. Cindric all season consistently has been strong. Briscoe's dominated in the win column. He's got like 9 wins, but Cindric won the regular season championship for a reason.
Understand who you're racing against. Right now, lap traffic coming into play again. As Cindric likes that higher line through 1 and 2. Had to dive all the way down to the 8th.
It's hot in here.
22's better, but the 7's no slouch, Jeff. He still has good speed in that car.
So last night I took a nap from like 5 till about midnight so I could get up and play Friday the 13th with my friends before work. It was a terrible sleep because I woke up sweating balls. Like it was hot as shit in here. Wish it would just stay really cold outside. I got my window open right now and it's hot.
Now a run by the 22. Cindric able to make the move.
Got to take a swing at that 98 car on the next pit stop. They just don't have enough to win right now. And that would be a fucking tragedy.
All these cars right to him. Exactly, Jeff. That's what I was thinking as we look out the rear bumper of the 98. Unfortunately, it was more than just the 9 back there. There's a bunch of cars. Let's take a look at what you said about that moment.
There's Briscoe getting tight in the middle of a corner again. He looked tight and then the car was snapping loose off the corner. He was dominating the corner a lot early in the race to the point where he almost smacked the wall. Allgaier's still leading Cindric. This is a helpless feeling. You don't know if there's going to be another caution or not. Playing Crackdown on a 360 right now. I wonder if that game's backwards compatible. I'd be willing to bet it is.
Normally they would build tighter, yes, Rick, as the fuel burns off, weight goes to the front, right? We basically call nose weight makes the car a little bit more secure. But sometimes when it's so loose and edgy, you can't.
My Xbox works again since I got the new TV. So get this. You know, the HDMI port in my Xbox has always been a little funky. So I was like, maybe I'll try a different HDMI cable. So I stole the HDMI cable from the Blu-ray player in the living room. It's been collecting dust for 5 years because nobody fucking uses it. Brought it in here, and then I thought, oh, my Xbox is crapping out. The HDMI port's not working at all. Turns out it was just that old cable off the Blu-ray player because I plugged it into my cable box in my computer, and it wouldn't work right. It was like funky and flashing, and then after a while, it wouldn't work at all. So I picked up the old cable, plugged it right into the Xbox and into my new TV for the first time. Works perfectly. So my Xbox lives. It's not crapped out. My Xbox One S lives. But now between this computer and my smart TV, the Xbox is going to collect a lot of dust. Except yesterday I played Undead Nightmare for like an hour just to see it on my new fancy TV.
What it's like to race. I wasn't the guy on the radio, but I sat
still a close battle up front.
I saw how he prepared. I saw how he communicated. Every time talked to Brian. A lot of confidence, a lot of leadership out of this group.
Turned into a pretty mellow race now.
We're going to go NASCAR nonstop.
Goddamn commercials again. More dead air for me to fill, Rick Allen. You're not helping me at all. Oh, cool. Crackdown is backwards compatible. I figured it was. What about Half-Life 2? Or the infamous Left 4 Dead 3. What about that? Oh, wait, they don't exist. All over Allgaier's bumper again. It had gotten out to about a half a second lead through the traffic, but now that they're on clean racetrack, Cindric's knocking on the door again. Ooh, big run in the center. God, it was like Allgaier stopped in the middle of 1 and 2. It really was. And here comes Cindric for the lead. That was weird. God, Cindric almost ran him over just because Allgaier was checking up so much. A little bit of a slide job there, and Cindric takes the lead. Is he clear? No, he is not clear. Allgaier's back to his inside. That little bit of a slide job he pulled didn't really pay off on exit, but now he's got the good line through 1 and 2. Yep. I'd say he clears him right here. And there he goes. New leader, Cindric, with 69 laps to go. You got to love it. 69 to go. Till we got half a champion. Cindric, Allgaier, Briscoe, or Justin Haley. Justin Haley's in the top 5. He's 5th. It's as good as he's run all day. The only non-championship contender in the top 5 is Brandon Jones in 3rd. Oh, a cool portal. Boy, remember how bad the Cup race was at Phoenix last fall with that shitty aero package? I'm so glad we're back to low downforce on the smaller tracks. Remember the story coming out of that race last year wasn't, all right, championship weekend's next week. It was, good God, can you believe this would be the championship race next season? Fucking hell. Homestead last year was fucking garbage. That was like the most anticlimactic, shittiest championship battle in the playoff era. Briscoe has scrubbed the wall again. He's still running 4th, and yeah, that was a little more significant than the contact he made earlier in the day. And it wasn't on the right front.
And then just drives so deep down into turn 3.
Right on by, slides up in front of the 7, takes the lead, so Cindric back up front. He's led 16 laps already today. Allgaier led 71. Briscoe's been up front for 41 laps. And it's Austin Cindric that is in front of the field now and in position for his first championship.
65 to go. Like I said, there's no guarantee there's going to be a caution.
Brandon Jones in the 19.
If you're Briscoe and Haley, you might have already lost this championship because it might stay green. And if you're Allgaier, you can't feel too confident because you're not good on the long run. Not good enough to win. So this could already be over. We just don't know it. I don't have a crystal ball here. Actually, I do have a crystal ball because my leaderboard updates faster than the NBC app streams the race. So if a caution were to come out, I would accidentally know before I ever see it on screen.
Right place, right time. And that's what he was able to
That's
do.
why I'm not going to bother with the second TV tomorrow. I'm going to watch the race on NBC and just focus on it. Because when I watch the race on actual NBC, the leaderboard's not that far ahead. It's pretty in sync with the broadcast.
Observed that number 11 car looks much better now. Justin has finally been able to start to work his way forward. That's kind of been the MO of this team.
Justin Haley's going to steal this thing at the end. Creeping back into the picture.
Quiet kid that shows up out of nowhere with 50 to go.
Well, I sincerely hope 22 doesn't win tomorrow. Although after the week I've had, I honestly wouldn't be that upset. I would be annoyed and pissed because it's the last guy I want to win, but all things considered, been a great week. Nothing's going to change that now. Cindric, I don't know what Cindric be upset about. He's got the best car and he's driving away. We got one pit stop left though. When do you make it though? Brandon Jones just passed Allgaier for second. So now Cindric has a 2-car gap on the rest of the championship guys. The rest of them are 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's funny how almost every year you got to win the race to be the champion. Unless you're in the truck series.
8 laps away from a pretty good chance to come to pit road and be halfway in this run. If you're somebody like Allgaier losing time, you may come up an earlier 6 laps.
Got a short pit to get back in this thing potentially. He's already lost a lot of time though.
Maybe you'll get a perfect time yellow that could give track position. Marty, in my mind, the 22 and the 7 maybe have a little bit different strategies when it comes to green flag pit stop.
Brandon Jones up there in second right now. You guys talked about the big win in March over Kyle.
I have some kind of dirt game on Steam because I bought a game from Fanatical that was a Steam code, and they gave me a free game, and they had like a list of games you could pick from, and I picked dirt just because it's a racing game. Still haven't played it. Have not even touched it. Do you have Jimmy Johnson's anything with an engine?
Marty, when Justin Allgaier returned to the NASCAR Xfinity Series in 2016, he was paired with crew chief Jason Burdett. That's now 5 years of experience knowing each other, knowing each other's tendencies, knowing these race cars and these racetracks together. Justin Allgaier needs an adjustment on this 7 to do something different than what Austin Cindric is doing up front. He needs to do what they know how to do, so they're going to have to make an adjustment here. Clearly, they have a good short run car at the beginning. They've got to get some speed in the final 30 laps, guys.
Just 57 laps to go in this race.
Bootleg Leonard Skinner music.
We're going to go NASCAR nonstop.
NASCAR nonstop again. Boy, these commercial breaks they're coming fast. Now, because you mentioned Dirt 3, I'm remembering Rallycross for the PS1. That was a fun game. I must have played that demo on PlayStation Underground about 9 million times. Had the Tomb Raider demo, too. I remember playing the Tomb Raider demo. Like, man, I suck at games. It's too fucking hard. That's why I never played Tomb Raider. PlayStation Underground. I miss that shit. Why don't game companies do that anymore? Oh, yeah, they don't do that because they half-assed throw their games together. Even the best games are not, like, really complete. They get them complete just enough to put on disc and ship out, and then they patch the fuck out of them on release day. So if you were going to release a demo, the demo would probably suck balls and your game would get shitty reviews because you're already going to release an incomplete game anyway. That's why you don't see much demo action anymore. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is the first game demo I've had in about 15 fucking years. Actually, no, it's about 10 years or so, because on Xbox 360 you get like Madden demos and NASCAR demos and shit like that. But those days are over with. Demos would be so helpful. I might take a chance and play more games if I was like trying out demos and, oh, this seems like kind of fun. Maybe I'll buy this. But I don't like to waste money on stuff I might not like, so I don't buy a lot of different games. What's up with Allgaier? Well, just pit. Fuck it. You can make it from here. Just pit. Maybe it'll stay green. Allgaier says it's fine. He's about 3 seconds behind Cindric. The sooner he pits, the better off he'll be, I think.
Jeff Burton, I don't know what that feels like when it's a possibility, but you know as a driver, if you think you need to come to pit road, because otherwise you're going to put it in the wall, you've got to come.
And clearly he got really, really tight.
Ew.
The car would not turn very well at all for him, and he just got nervous about it. But then as he assessed
Battle for the lead, Cindric and Brandon Jones, but it's inconsequential.
Better, but at least he doesn't think they have a tire coming apart.
What a run here. Brandon Jones has closed the gap now. That's for the lead. Austin Cindric up front. Brandon Jones running second. Austin Cindric has to realize it's not about winning the race. It's finish in front of the other championship board competitors.
That's a great point. So how hard do you want to race Brandon Jones here? We don't know. So we're into that window, Rick, where pitting now would make sense on paper. You'd be splitting this last run up kind of in half. You would have the best tires for both 50-lap runs, but I can't think of a tougher call than to be racing for a championship and decide to gamble. Let the pit road first and, you know, try to give your driver an advantage, because if a yellow comes out, you have taken the championship trophy right off from the shelf. It's not going to be possible if the other 2 or 3 stay out. So who pits first, who doesn't? Cindric, I think, is in the best spot. He can wait. Allgaier in third.
Now this race is starting to drag because nothing's going on. Good God, another commercial? Jesus. And Brandon Jones is all over Cindric for the lead. Although that don't matter. If I was Cindric, I wouldn't put up. Good God, them lap cars are killing Cindric. That's why fucking Jones is there. Just let him go. You don't have to beat Brandon Jones to win this championship. Well, Brandon Jones about wrecked into a lap car. That's going to give Cindric a bit of a break there. Cindric's going to pull away again for at least a little while. Because these 2 fucking lappers just have no clue. I don't even know who the fuck they are, really. Daytona 500 on Valentine's Day.
Austin Cindric still out front and has about an 0.8 of a second lead over second place Brandon Jones. He's got a 4-second lead over his closest competitor in the championship 4, and that's heating up now as to who it will be. Justin Allgaier in the 7 is on the bottom of the racetrack, currently in the 3rd position, but here comes the 98. Briscoe on the high side takes that spot away.
So when we talk about the gamble of short hitting, this is what's so tough for the 98, who seems to have his car coming in a little bit, and the 7 of Allgaier. We've seen it. Tony Stewart told us, man, the 7 has such a great short-run car. Do you want to gamble and take away the opportunity for a late yellow that the championship may come? Because if the gamble turns wrong, Marty, you could be giving up a championship.
And for Chase Briscoe, you guys are right. The car just so free early in the run. It just takes so long for the car to come in. So now it's on Richard Boswell. Steve,
45 to go.
You've got one
We're
shot
winding down.
to make it better, possibly win a championship.
Anticlimactic as fuck.
You've got to fix the car drastically if they're going to be better in the short run. Obviously, they have speed late in the run, but at the front end of the run, that 98 just pays such a big penalty and loses so much time. I mean, he's 4 seconds plus behind Austin Cindric.
Got 12 cars on the lead lap.
You can, and the problem is we're not even talking the first 10 or 15 laps, Jeff. It's a 30, 35 lap problem for the 98. Something to keep in mind, too, is
They just don't have it today, Briscoe and his guys.
No practice. So no one's practiced getting on the pit road.
To quote Lucky on King of the Hill, you ain't got jack under the hood. What'd you say? I said you ain't got jack under the hood.
What a season it's been for Chase Briscoe. 9 wins already, but it hasn't been all easy. He's always been looking in the mirror, looking over his shoulder, trying to figure out what his career was going to be like. He thought it was going to take 8 wins to make it into the Cup Series early on.
Well, he needs 10 to win the championship, and I don't think he's going to get it unless something drastic happens.
He said that played on him. They made it public. They talked about it. As a matter of fact, he just mentioned that he and his wife Marissa had a second miscarriage just a couple weeks ago. So that has been on his mind. He's been fighting through all that, but the bright spot has been he knows he's going to race in the Cup Series next year. Tony Stewart made that announcement. He will drive the 14. The other bright spot, he's racing for a championship tonight.
He told us on the Zoom call this week, And he's learned a lot of that determination from watching Kevin Harvick and Tony Stewart. One, his teammate as driver, one as his owner. He referenced back, remember that championship run that Tony Stewart was on? He said he willed himself to win 5 of the 10 races. And you know what? It's paying off because Chase Briscoe is willing this 98 around the racetrack sideways for most laps, but keeping himself in the picture.
Gonna need a caution, though. You're not gonna win from almost 5 seconds behind. I would just start pitting now. Riley Herbst is pitting. He's the first car to pit road. He's all the way back in 10th. Tail end of the lead lap.
In my mind is the question mark. They call him the wild card coming in.
Allgaier should pit now. There's Allgaier on pit road, I do believe. Yep, Allgaier on pit road.
41 laps to go. Instead, it's the 7 of Allgaier that'll come to pit.
That was a good call. They needed to get to pit road first to have any shot whatsoever. I still don't think they're going to have a shot without a caution.
I'm going to short pit and try to get an advantage.
Justin Allgaier said now's the time. Jason Burdett told him they were going to be 10 laps or so away from pitting, and Justin asked, well, is that just because, or because, you know, he want to know why? He said, we are bleeding so bad right now, we really need to come. Justin just felt like there was no speed left in the 7 car, needed to put these tires on, and get an adjustment as well. Anytime he tries to turn left, make it a sharp left, it wants to come around on it, Kelly.
Justin Haley on pit road. How long is Cindric going to stay out there and run this thing? Knowing his team, they'll probably play the fucked up strategy of let's run as long as we can, try to get everybody a lap down and catch a yellow. They had a pretty significant gap over the other 3 championship guys. They can pretty much play around with what they want, I think.
Haley came with him. I love the call from Haley. They're scrappers. Staying in it, right? Give yourself a chance.
Get a different pit crew for Haley than they're used to. The 43 Cup team, over-the-wall crew, doing the work there. So I
talked to Chris Rice and President Matt Collig. Collig Racing owns this car.
There's Cindric. Oh, Cindric's on pit road now. Doesn't want to give them any advantage.
He's a football player. He's used to being on the sidelines. He could not wait to get back to the racetrack. Well, here he is. Glad to see the owner back at the racetrack. The 22 also on pit road, partner. Right, one of the most important pit stops.
I hope if Collig ever goes cup racing, it's in about 5 to 10 years, when hopefully things are a little more affordable.
Chase Briscoe coming down pit road. I'm not convinced they have that tachometer fixed yet. He's now in his stall. He said at the end of the run, he feels like he's
Briscoe's driving what looks like a car that ran at Darlington.
we are in 1 and 2. And talk about a big swing. We talked about what Richard Glasgow would need to do. Down 2 rounds on the track. That to drastically tighten up the 98. Will it be enough?
22, a great stop, and the 98 watches him go off pit road.
We'll have to keep an eye out for penalties. Matter of fact, they'll jump on social media now, since they're going to commercial. Oh, Cole Pern, how I love you. Cole Pern's Twitter feed is always a joy. Paul Stanley, my goddamn hero, always has some good shit to say about what's going on. Paul Stanley's like the most inspirational motherfucker on the planet. This is the commercial 200. My God, it's like every 5 to 8 laps at best. No pit penalties on any of the championship drivers, any of the 4. So I think Cindric's going to have his chance. Oh, whoa. According to the leaderboard, we got a yellow. This is going to open the door big time for Justin Allgaier. We got a caution. The broadcast hasn't caught up yet, but the leaderboard says caution.
Down on Austin Cindric. Coverage brought to you by Geico.
Once again, the leaderboard spoiled it for me, but that's okay. What's caution for, though? Is this a 2019 or a 2016 situation? Nah, the 08's hit the wall.
Green flag pit stops.
Joe Graff Jr.
Austin Cindric and Allgaier were on the lead lap, but there are quite a few that are a lap down.
So, Rick, we talk a lot about multi-car organizations. Chastain running long has trapped his own teammate, Justin Haley, a lap down at this point. So, I know they're running their own races, but you mentioned it. Cindric and Allgaier are on the lead lap. There's only going to be 6 cars on the lead lap. Now, some can take the free pass. There's going to be a wave around. We'll have to get the scoring after we see what happens here. But Chastain's the leader, and because of that lead and that 14-second advantage he had over Net, he had the other 2 championship competitors of Briscoe and Haley trapped a lap down.
Briscoe is in position to get the free pass.
So it's a 2-car race now because Briscoe and Haley are going to have to take the wave around.
With 29 laps to go, so
yeah, Briscoe and Haley. Well, Briscoe's going to get the free pass. Haley's got to take the wave around. Cindric and Allgaier are going to restart on the front row.
Then he tries to continue, does the right thing, because remember, he's past pit road entry. He comes down in 3 and 4, hits the wall. Look at everything blowing off the back of the car. With as high as the groove is, NASCAR has no choice but to throw a caution. And this is just a huge opportunity for Cindric and Allgaier. Allgaier specifically, he has a great short run car. Now he has a short run, 10 laps on the tires. The question is, Jason Burdett said, this is it? This is where I'm drawing a line in the stand. There's only 6 cars or 5 cars in the lead lap. I'm going to put my tires on now. And if we don't have any more yellows, we can win it. Or does he save a set? This is how they, well, unfortunately lost the race in the spring is because of when the cautions fell.
Steve, 11 laps on your tires. That's enough that you need fresh tires?
It's not enough that you need it, but the question, if I'm the 7, I do whatever the 22 doesn't do. There you have it. Pit road's open. Jason Burdett said this is the moment. We're racing for a championship. 28 laps to go. He steps up as a leader, makes a decision. Will the 22 come as well? Will the 22 stay?
The commercial 200 is winding down here.
If they both come together, advantage Allgaier. Because not only will the 22 be on his cycle, but 7, I think, is the best short run car. Tony Stewart told us, right? He's a Cup champ. He knows. Let's see who else pits. We'll see as they come around here. They're back in the field the way it's
staying out, son.
Look at the big gap.
Yeah, this is how far it had
There you
changed
go.
the
You
lineup.
see a left turn. Will it be the 22? Will it be the 7? There you go. Split decision.
Ooh, Justin Allgaier comes down pit road.
New tires.
Maybe that'll give him some kind of advantage. There's not many cars on the lead lap.
Tires, the 22 will have a set. A huge call with championship implications.
Okay, I see you, Allgaier.
Here comes the 7 for that last set of Goodyear.
This run's going to be almost slightly too long for him, so he needs some kind of advantage. I was going to say earlier, 15 laps or so, and I think he's got it in the bag if he's up front. This is going to be about a 25, 24 lap run. Why not pit?
They'll take 4 here and set him up for the end of the race.
I love the call, Rick. I think it is their championship to go win, and this is how they go and win it. Now, if my magic 8-ball would just tell me when the yellows will come out, I'll tell you if it's a good call or not at the end of the race. But this is the stress of the crew chief.
Remember how we started this show? Who's going to win? The championship is on the line, and as a matter of fact, it's down to 26 laps to go to determine who will win.
Enough with the. Oh, look, another commercial. They managed to squeeze another one in, guys. Another Pitbull song and another commercial. Boy, we have been blessed. Don't know if I could have got through this race without the excessive commercials and Pitbull. And it's not even good Pitbull. It's not Pitbull from the Player Haters Ball and Chappelle Show. Pitbull! Hurt! That's like one of the greatest sketches in the history of sketch comedy. And Chappelle Show had a bunch of those, but the Player Haters Ball is one of the all-time funniest sketches ever. And the fucking shame of it is we can't even do it anymore on SNL tonight because Patrice O'Neal's dead and Charlie Murphy's dead. Rest in peace. But that sketch is legendarily funny. Just unreal. There are so many layers to the Player Haters Ball. That one always comes up in my mind. That might be my favorite Chappelle Show sketch, was the Player Haters. That's even better than Clayton Bigsby. Which I'm sure Clayton Bigsby might have a lot to say tonight on Saturday Night Live. Coverage will resume shortly. We'll be back on the air in just a hot second. There it is.
Tomorrow on NBC, it's the Cup's turn.
Me and my big mouth.
NASCAR Cup Series, right here at Phoenix Raceway. That race coverage starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. Pre-race begins at 1:30. Marty, the 98 came to pit road.
It's going to be a good day tomorrow, I hope.
Chase Briscoe down pit road. They were going to be tail end of the longest line anyway because they were the free pass car.
Somebody pointed out on Twitter, and now I can't stop looking at it. The 98 font on the graphics that NBC have, the 9 and the 8 are completely different fonts.
Here go all the way around cars, so maybe the penalty for the 98 won't be as bad. Explain that.
So this is how it works. This is how the lineup is set. You have lead lap cars, lap down cars, penalty cars, which would be considered what the 98 is. It's called a penalty car. Last car in the longest line. Then wave around cars, because they were just given a free lap. They say, hey, we're just going to not let you have start in front of the leader. The pace car is going to pull over. You wave around. Because of that gift-wrapped lap, the penalty for them is you have to start at the back behind the 98. So the 98 really isn't that bad. I said that, he was going to start way at the back. He's only going to be maybe 5 or 6 cars behind the 7 of Allgaier. To go back to the 7 of Allgaier's choice to pit here, a couple things I love about it. One,
I love that Allgaier pitted.
Aggressive side, let him try to go win himself the championship. 2,
going green next time.
even if it costs you
We 23 to go.
15 to go. And the 22 comes to pit. You have 15 lap tires, but you will be the leader or near the front. Then, even though it's very difficult to hold off new tires, Jason Burdett, in my mind right here, has said,
The shorter the run is, the better it is for Allgaier.
We're won here a couple times.
And now he's got a tire advantage for the moment.
And not give you a chance to go up there. At some point, you're going to have an advantage. It's going to be right now. Now, on this restart, our guy's going to have to go. Because he has those brand new tires, Jeff. He's got to get clean air and gap to 22 the best he can.
Steve, earlier,
You laugh. Why do you laugh at me?
It always comes down to restart.
Oh, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Oh, you said that, I don't know, every race this year, and you're right.
you mentioned earlier 21 laps.
God, that always comes down to last race. So, Cindric, Chastain, Allgaier, Brandon Jones. Let's go get this, Allgaier. Fuck. Let's get it. We got to go get it. He's going to have a big brick wall in front of him. Ross Chastain, though, they don't really like each other very much. Boy, Ross went as low as possible. He might get run over here if he ain't careful. Cindric's going to have the good line off the corner, but Chastain slide job Cindric to take the lead. Cindric's to his inside, and Allgaier's coming with him. Allgaier is on Cindric's bumper. Let's get on his ass, dude. Let's fucking go. Allgaier through to second, and he's underneath Cindric for the lead. This is for the championship. He's got fresher tires. I think you can still be a little patient here. You got to get up on the wheel and stay with him, but you can still be a little patient. Just a little. But in about 5 laps, I think patience is going to be out the window.
championship.
Come on, Allgaier. Balls. Drive with big balls.
Coming up on the final 20 laps. Allgaier with a big run up high.
You see the movement in the back of the 22. The 7's better. Inches at a time, but he has time. 21 laps to go, Jeff. He can inch in on the bumper of the 22.
That's exactly right. Keep that pressure on, Austin Cindric. Think about this.
Hey, this race will be over in time to watch the victory speech in about 45 minutes. Hell yeah. I wondered how long this race was going to run. But I get to go watch the victory speech. Briscoe is up to 6th. But it's just Cindric and Allgaier out front right now.
Oh, look at this game by the 7 through the middle of the corner.
Get him. Drag him, Allgaier. Drag him.
So, Jeff, the question is,
19 to go.
First, you got to get there, right? I said that is the fatal mistake drivers make, is trying to make a pass before it's time. You got to get.
That's what I was saying a couple laps ago, Jeff. I said be a little patient. And Jeff Burton just reiterated the point. You got to know when you're going to be able to make the pass.
older green flag, about 10 laps on their tires with 7 of them green and still holding off what we think is the best short run.
That's how hard Allgaier was in the gas before he ever got near the exit of that corner.
Great job of driving this race car. Shows you how good of a race car he has.
Austin Cindric told us earlier, he said that he really learned something the last Phoenix race.
You know what? I learned something today.
Told me that I had a shot at the championship. I had a shot at this title. So all the way back in March, Austin Cindric kind of had his eyes open. He was known mostly as a road course racer, a guy who's very good on road courses. But then he went out and dominated. Won both Kentucky races back-to-back on a 1.5-mile oval. First time he had won on ovals, and then all of a sudden he was thrust into the championship picture.
And we talk about gambles. We talk about Jason Burdett putting tires on as a gamble. How about this for a gamble? When I talked to Brian Wilson this week, every crew chief said, I brought this car because we won here, or this car because it was the best. Brian Wilson said, we brought a brand new car. Calmly. And I was shocked. I said, no testing, no proof. He goes, nope, not even the same spec we normally run. The Cup guys built new cars. They went to Richmond. They've been great. Fast forward to tomorrow, 2 of his Penske teammates will race for a Cup championship.
Allgaier's not really gaining now. I got all into the racer. I was so dead quiet for so long. Allgaier has not gained much. It's just 4/10. I think his lack of long run speed is still hurting him, even though his tires are a little better than Cindric's. 15 to go. But I think Allgaier already gave him just about all he had.
Is it going to pay off for young Austin Cindric? Austin Cindric knew he had the veteran, the experience behind him in Justin Allgaier. He knew that Allgaier had a faster short track car. But after knowing
Damn, man, it ain't. Them tires ain't making a damn bit of difference now. Cindric's stretching it out. Just too long a run. I think Allgaier needs another yellow. We're within the number of laps he could be stronger than Cindric now. We're under 15 to go.
I'm amazed at the speed that Austin Cindric has right now. Just incredible that he's able to drive away from that 7 car. With the 7
You know, this particular kind of track has not suited Chase Briscoe most of the year, and it shows now. This is Allgaier's strength, which is why I'm surprised Cindric's just stomping his ass right now. Hey, Gregson, you want to wreck Brandon Jones and make us a caution? Come on, Gregson, do something stupid. Your teammate needs a caution to win this championship. Is your arm itching? Why don't you go ahead and scratch it? Eric Jones almost had the itchy arm last week at Martinsville.
Running up front, Allgaier running second. Briscoe is 5th, and Haley is back in 9th. There are only 10 cars right now on the lead lap.
I hope the Xfinity Series is half as fun as it was this year next season. I worry that it won't be because fucking Riley Herbst is going to be in the 98. Most everybody in all their cars are coming back. That's a big losing Briscoe, although I'm glad Briscoe's getting a cup ride and deserves it. I'm going to miss him in the Xfinity Series. So the talent level dips even more next season than it already was coming into this year. I was shitting all over it at the start of the season. I think Harrison Burton's going to be a championship threat next season. Hell, he could have been this year. 10 laps to go. Over a second ahead of Allgaier. Like I said, Allgaier gave him all he had.
He wasn't able to put all the pieces together. Now, with experience, he's starting to make it all happen.
9 laps to go.
Continue to learn, continue to improve. Close. It's not over yet, but close to his first championship. Parker.
Then Michael Annette's 4th. Good for him.
A lot of people believe because his dad is the president of Team Penske, maybe this was forced upon him in some way, but no.
Well, let's be honest. It absolutely was because his dad's the president of Team Penske, but it's okay. He turned out he's got a lot of talent, raw talent, especially on the road courses, and he's finally learned how to stop driving like a dumb fuck. So good for Austin Cindric. I like when I'm wrong about guys. I want more drivers that I don't like. It's exhausting not liking people. So I'm very happy that Cindric has turned out to not be a complete ass like I used to think he was. 7 laps to go. Comfortable lead. You're looking for a caution or a miracle at this point if you're Allgaier. God, it sucks for Allgaier. Story of his career.
His dad is the president of Team Penske. And Austin has said that if he is able to win the championship, who's going to be most excited? He said, my mom. My mom's going to be the most excited. Megan has been to every race. She's the boots on the ground, is what he said. She's taken him to all different forms of racing, whereas Dad's been pretty busy. I mean, when you're the president of Team Penske, you got a lot of things going on. His mom is going to be...
Must be nice to have your dad be the president of Team Penske. One of the richest car owners in motorsports. 5 laps to go in the season.
Cindric now the 1.2-second lead as the laps continue to wind down on his first championship. We mentioned he's going to go Cup racing, but it's not going to be next year.
Part-time next year in Cup for Cindric. Year after that, he'll be full-time, but next year he's going to run about 6 or 7 Cup races. I'd make it Daytona 500, Coke 600, and 4 road courses. That's what I'd have him run next year if I was Roger Penske.
Right now, this is something great on his resume if he can hang on.
Daytona, Charlotte, and then 4 road courses.
Another shot again tomorrow. Pit crew, the same thing. This is Brad Keselowski's pit crew. So if they got a little taste of the...
I'd have to get him out to Sonoma to get him laps there. I'd have him run Watkins Glen.
Using all of their assets to try
Indianapolis. 3 laps to go. Oh, we got a yellow. Chase Briscoe's around. Oh, Allgaier's going to take it, I think. This is going to get Allgaier the championship. Oh, Briscoe spun out and backed it into the wall. I don't know how hard he backed it into the wall, but he spun. Holy fuck. Implications upon implications. Good thing I was not looking at the leaderboard, or that would have been spoiled for me. Because I know it updated before I saw it.
We'll have to see the replay and see what happened exactly. Seems like nobody's around him. I guess it just gets a little free here.
Just pushing for speed, trying to find something that just hasn't been there all day.
So now we have to flip the pressure. I think Jason Burnett knows
Woo!
He put his last set of tires on.
Woohoo! We back in the game. Justin Allgaier. I picked him to win this thing. We're back in the game. We got a shot. Ooh! Man, I'm excited. Let's go, Justin Allgaier. Let's fucking do this.
The championship leader stayed out.
By any means necessary.
Lost the championship that way. This is a view from the 98. You see all the smoke.
Steve, there's 10 cars on the lead lap. So does that make your decision easier to come to pit road with only 10 cars, but you know you only have potentially 2 laps to get up front?
Well, here's the problem. Well, if everybody's going to pit who has tires, you see Allgaier and Chastain, no sets, everybody else is set on the lead lap. Well, if everybody's going to pit, well, yeah, you want to pit, brand new tires and restart in third. But what happens if Cindric makes the same decision, comes to pit road,
and say 4 or 5 guys stay out. Because I'm telling you, if I'm the crew chief to the 9 and if I'm the crew chief to the 1 and the 22 pit, I'm staying on the racetrack. I'm going to try to help my teammate. I know people don't like multi-core organizations, but I can do it by doing what's best for me is also best for the teammates. Really good when that lines up that way.
What do you do? Okay, so looking at the number of cars in the top 10.
Jeff, you're Cindric right here. It's not about winning the race. You only have to beat Allgaier. We saw the 98 spin around. And
I can't believe the caution came out there. And it was a legitimate caution. Briscoe overcooked turn 3, spun out. And yet, you know what? If I'm Cindric, I got to stay out. You got to stay out. It's only going to be like, what, 2 laps?
Tell me what to do, man. I don't want to make this decision.
Oh, he's coming. He's coming. Cindric's on pit road. And a lot of cars came with him. That's bad news for Allgaier. That's bad news, son. I think, okay, so now I think the advantage might swing back to Cindric here. He drug a lot of cars to pit road with him.
Did bring his number 11 to pit road. You don't see him there in the shop. They had one set of Goodyear sticker Goodyears. There he is. Said the car was pretty good, especially on new tires, partner.
It was a big discussion between Brian Wilson and Austin Cindric about coming down and getting these tires. They discussed the truck race last night and what you saw there, and they decided to put these four fresh.
My nerves are not going to be able to get through that cup race tomorrow in these situations. And Briscoe didn't really back it into the wall. He got stopped up against the wall, but it'll be fine. Put 4 on it. Maybe we'll get multiple attempts. Who the fuck knows? Well, I got to see what the lineup's going to be here. Because looks like Allgaier and Chastain might have been the only ones that stayed out. You think Gregson could have done his teammate a solid and stayed out? Yeah, they're replaying the end of the truck race. Poor Brett Moffitt. Oh, man. Why did Moffitt pick the inside line? That's another thing that fucked him.
The truck, that 2 truck on the very bottom of the racetrack, he restarted 8th. He goes on to win the race. But Steve, your point about the number of laps on those tires, almost twice the number of laps.
Your hands are going to get numb tomorrow. Well, just be happy you're in the position to see your guy fight for a championship. Because my guy's in position for a championship right now and tomorrow. It's a rare thing. Full disclosure, Atlanta Falcons fan here, 28-3, yeah, but god damn it, the feeling of waking up on the day of the Super Bowl and my team being in it, I'll never forget it. That was a good feeling. I know it didn't end well. It ended about as poorly as it could have ever ended, but I look back and think, man, that was fucking cool. What an experience that was. And they get the same thing watching NASCAR. And good God, Cindric, yeah, the only 2 cars that stayed out were Allgaier and Chastain. Allgaier had no choice because they're out of sets of tires. Just got to take that outside and mirror drive. I mean, Cindric's going to have the grip to go to the bottom and get by you, but the outside line is preferred.
He made his swing. He tried to make it happen, and now at least he has track position. So if it doesn't work out, I still think he did the right thing. But there's no guarantees. We can see it.
I think Cindric's in a very good spot here. They made the right call pitting. That was the right call. They're lucky that everybody came with him except for Chastain. And Allgaier had no choice but to stay out. Why are we not going green next time by? We're just going to drag this out? Well, don't spoil anything. Yeah, I'm way behind. It's because I'm watching on the NBC app. Because my cable doesn't have NBCSN and HD. Tomorrow it won't be a problem. I'll be on regular ass TV and I'll be well ahead. At least you get to see what happens and then wait for my reaction. That's an advantage to me being behind for you. If there was ever going to be a time where Noah Gregson's going to be an asshole, please do it now because I want Allgaier to win this championship. And you owe him for Bristol, so fuck with Cindric hard, man. Don't wreck him, just, you know, a little rub here and there. Gregson, be useful for once. I'm going to go ahead and cut the leaderboard off. So you guys are going to be looking at a black screen for these last 2 laps. Leaderboard off, because like I said, my leaderboard's ahead of my NBCSN.
His opportunity is in a Geico restart zone.
Got to get a monster fucking restart here to have any shot whatsoever. Maybe hold the lead for a lap, and maybe there'll be a wreck behind you as you take the lot, and a caution will come out or something.
Ross Chastain chose the bottom.
I think that's better. I'm surprised Cindric took the top. I thought he wanted to be at the bottom with the new tires with only 2 laps.
I think that's an interesting call. Also, I really
Allgaier, Chastain, Gregson, Cindric.
with those new tires, where can the 22 go? Now that he's picked the top, where is he going to go with those better tires?
Because remember, Rick, remind everybody one more time because it's going to be crazy.
Oh, man, I bet Kamikaze's going to have a stroke. I know he's live streaming right now, and I never get to see any of his live streams because I'm always streaming during the races. Kamikaze's having a stroke right now. Pray for Kamikaze Games.
13th in this race in March.
I know he's going to have a meltdown.
This is the next chapter, and do you really want to be a crew
It's just the
chief?
question is it going to be a good meltdown or a bad meltdown? Because he's not a big Cindric fan. I wasn't either. I'm still not a big fan, but I can at least acknowledge this dude's gotten a lot better. Earned a lot of respect this season for me. If Noah Gragson could do that in the future, that'd be great. All right. This is it, bitches. Hell of a launch by Allgaier, but a great launch by Cindric as well. This is going to be bad news for Allgaier. Don't overdrive it, Allgaier. Just take that top away, because right now, Cindric can't get to the bottom. He can't get to the bottom. Good God, Brandon Jones just body slammed his teammate back there. There's Gregson. Gregson can body block Cindric, and he is. Talk about an assist from your teammate. Oh, Allgaier's losing it off a 4. Oh, body slam. White flag. Boy, Gregson's, he did all he could. He was doing a huge favor there. Oh, Cindric's got it. Cindric's got it. He doesn't have to win the race, but he's probably gonna. He's got these tires, and he's gonna drive into 3 and beat Gregson back to the line. That's for the race win. He's got the championship sewn up. And there you go. Austin Cindric wins the race, and he wins the championship. Allgaier caught every break you could possibly catch for the first lap of that run. Gregson had Cindric pinned to the outside, but there was a hole in the middle because Allgaier got really tight. He couldn't hold his line. And that's it. Austin Cindric is the 2020 Xfinity Series champion, and he won the race. And at least Gregson didn't win. That's the first time Gregson's ever been in the lead that late in the race. And I wasn't like, no, fuck you, because I was hoping he'd help Allgaier, and he tried within reason. I like how Allgaier and Cindric banged doors but never wrecked. So, way to go. I mean, you can't knock it. Cindric's the champion. Won the race and the championship. I knew he was going to smoke Gregson coming through 3 and 4. That's why I wasn't even freaking out about Gregson about to win a race. I got the leaderboard back up now so we can just see the results. I hate it for Allgaier. I mean, he really did a great job with what he had for that last 2 laps. No shame. No chicanery, no shenanigans. It was a fair race. Hey, NASCAR.com, I'm not turning my ad blocker off. Eat my ass, NASCAR. I'm not turning ad blocker off. It's a good thing okay, I guess I got to turn my ad blocker off because they won't let me look at shit.
The Xfinity Series Champion.
All right, I'll turn my ad blocker off. NASCAR.com doesn't have a lot of ads anyway.
Tied Sam Ard earlier this year when he won 5 of 6 races. Think about the run he was on.
I turned it off on this fucking website.
Sam Ard, one of the greatest ever to get behind the wheel of an Xfinity car. Megan, it's time to celebrate. that is Austin Cindric's mom.
God damn it.
She would be the most excited for it.
Try to disable my ad blocker. Okay, there we go. I turned it off on this website. You happy now, NASCAR? They made me turn my ad blocker off. They finally made it happen. Earlier, they gave me the option to just continue with it. What ifs? There you go. There's your results. And Austin Cindric won the championship. Allgaier second with a 5th place finish. Chase Briscoe. Actually, no, Justin Haley 3rd place in points with an 8th place finish. And Chase Briscoe with his 9 wins is going to finish 4th in points. He pulled the Rusty Wallace. Although Rusty at least finished 2nd when he won 9 races. Good for you, Cindric. You earned my respect this season and you won a championship. Good for him.
Austin Cindric.
Look at the American flag in the back. That's a hell of a shot. Cameraman, come around here. Look at that shot with the fucking American flag in the background. He noticed it too because the cameraman started to move around to the other side of the car. And now he's coming back around for the interview. Congratulate. You hear that? He's going to get congratulated.
We know he's got his parents looking on proudly.
Had a little bit of drama there at the end. God, he burned the shit out of them tires.
To be a memorable one. You are the Xfinity Series champion. How confident were you in that late race call to come to pit road for fresh Goodyear tires?
Well, I watched Sheldon Creed do it last night, so why couldn't we? Amazing effort by this 22 team. Brian Wilson and all the guys, everybody back at the shop. There was a lot of work put into this race car. Roger Penske, everyone from Penske Racing, the Menards family, John, Paul, Jim, Jeff, all those guys that put so much support into racing itself. It's awesome to get them a championship in NASCAR, to be a champion in NASCAR, to do it in front of all these great people.
And do it on an oval. He's not a one-trick pony. Austin Cindric is the champion.
Everybody, Doug Gates, everybody at Roush Yates Engines. I'm speechless. I can't believe it. I'm pretty humbled by the effort for sure.
Austin, earlier this week you told us that when you came into NASCAR you knew a lot about cars, but you didn't really know much about racing. To now be a champion in this sport, what does that tell you about yourself?
I've certainly learned how to race a little better. That's for
I'll
sure.
say, see, even he knows he was a jackass
The
before.
people that have put the support in me and been dedicated, my spotter Cohen Presley, all the folks that have supported me throughout my career, not just here, but road racing, driving rallycross cars, and
Austin Cindric is the champion.
My parents, and they put more support behind me than anyone else. My mom's been my rock for my entire racing career. I told you guys that early in the week, and I'm so glad she was here to watch.
Austin, for you, where do you think the turning point was in this race? That 7 was sure strong, especially on a short run. When did this thing come to life?
This thing came to life.
There's the results. Sorry, I had to get him back up on the
Talk about a
OBS.
relationship between driver and crew chief. I can ask him exactly what we were terrible here in the spring race when I moved up. And I asked him, told him exactly what I needed. He gave it to me, and look where we are. It's amazing.
All right, we can count on a good celebration for Austin Cindric and his crew and family tonight. Right.
Austin Cindric. See, he's so much better now. I don't hate him anymore.
Starting the celebration.
That's a happy ending. That's a fairy tale ending. I don't hate Austin Cindric like I used to. Because he earned respect, and he did it the right way.
He was the best on the track today as he won the race, his 6th win.
And you know what? The funny thing is, he didn't even have to. It's because his dad is the president of Team Penske. If he wanted to race like a cunt the rest of his life, like Noah Gragson probably will, Cindric could have done that and gotten away with it because he will always have a ride because his dad's the president of Team Penske. He didn't have to conform and learn some fucking respect and try to be better. He could have just kept going the way he was. But he improved and he earned respect. Good man, Austin Cindric. I feel like Vince Vaughn and Anchorman right now. It's like, you know what? I don't like you, but God damn it, I respect you. And that's how I feel about Austin Cindric. And yeah, that hairline, Jesus Christ. Thank God, you know, How old is Cindric? Let me look at. I want to see how old he is. I don't even know how old this dude is. So we'll Google him. Austin Cindric. How old is this dude? 22? Okay, he's 22 with that hairline. I'm 26 with a gorgeous head of hair. Sucks to be him. You know, I'm just jinxing myself for when I inevitably turn into Hulk Hogan in my later years. And won't want to cut my hair off. I didn't realize Cindric was that young. I thought he might be 2 or 3 years older. Hanging around for another interview or two. Like Allgaier, poor Allgaier. At least we have a champion that I feel like earned it. So good win, good championship. Stupid format, but I feel like Cindric earned it. I don't feel empty like I have after the last 2 Truck Series Championship races.
Rick, Justin Allgaier so close this afternoon. What are the emotions right now?
Poor Allgaier.
So close, but so far away. But first of all, hats off to Austin, the entire Team Penske group. They've been strong competitors all year, and to have the race they did tonight, they obviously were the best car. They deserve to win. So proud of our guys, proud of everybody at Junior Motorsports. We had a shot at it at the end, and when it's all said and done, that's all you can really ask for.
In before Cindric fails post-race and the championship is awarded to Justin Allgaier.
See faces in the grandstands. We know that 2020 has just been a terrible season for everything that's going on, and I'm proud of the fact that we've been able to hopefully bring a little bit of joy to everybody that's at home watching throughout this pandemic, and we've done a good job of trying to prove what sports can be like through this, and so proud of our team, all of our partners, you know, Brand Professional Agriculture, they've been with me now, this is 10 years, and we wanted so bad to get them into victory lane and win a championship, but just came up that much short. All of our partners, Unilever, Chevrolet, the Hendrick Engine Department, just everybody that's a part of this, you know, Xfinity for what they do for this sport and this series, absolutely incredible, and you know, my family's here today, and it's so nice to be able to have them back in the racetrack with me, even though they're not down here right now. I'm so glad to have them back, and we'll be back next year, hopefully one spot better, and like I said, at least we had a shot tonight.
Justin, describe for us the racing there at the end, because obviously you were down a set of tires, so to speak, and here came Cindric at the end.
Yeah, you know, I knew that they were going to be good on tires. I was hoping there'd be a few more cars in our rearview mirror when we took the green, but you know, my teammate Noah Gregson did a great job of just trying to race, you know, and not that he didn't want to win the race, but
Gregson didn't do anything too stupid other than when he tried to cut Haley's right front tire down.
Just didn't have the speed at the end. You know, we were off a little bit all night, and these guys, the hard part is our balance is so good. You know, that's the frustrating part. We brought a fantastic race car, and the balance was so good that it's disappointing to be in the situation that we're in. But again, hats off to these guys, everybody back at the shop. Proud of what we've been able to accomplish, and we'll be back in 2020 and hopefully a little bit better.
Disappointed today, but a fantastic season for Justin Allgaier. Parker?
Right, Dave, and for Justin Haley, he finished 3rd of the Championship 4 contenders, and Justin, it looked like you guys maybe just lacked a little bit of speed there. What more did you need to go and contend with the 22 and the 7?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to congratulate the 22 team. It actually sucks they got the championship because we share a plane, so we're going to have to wait on them to go home, but for Austin. But no,
So Justin Haley took 2 L's today, unfortunately. Good kid. I like Justin Haley.
Took a little time on one of the pit stops, and we
Deserves a cup ride sooner or later.
Super hard to pass, you know, just super fast racetrack. So this is awesome P3. It's the farthest that Colleague Racing's ever gone. Everyone at Leaflet to Go Protection, Chris Rice, Matt Colleague, the Fraternal Order of Eagles. Still really proud of all my guys. Like I said, it's not exactly what we wanted, but I think if we wouldn't have got trapped a lap down there, that strategy is really what played into it at the end. So me and the 98 both got trapped, and just too far back to make anything happen there on the green white checker.
I know before the race you mentioned how it was a small team getting this far. What does it mean to you to make it this far and be a part of this championship 4 this year? What will you take from it?
It's been awesome. Just the growth of this Colleague Racing team from where I stepped into it last year in the playoffs. We were out the first round. I think I finished 12th in points. So big improvement. Love the just the courage and the faith, and everyone at Colleague Racing. We bet on each other. Like, I mean, it's just family. I love it. Love everyone there. So super excited, super blessed to have another year, another shot at it. That's what makes this doesn't sting as much because I know next year I can come back and get it.
A lot of positives for Justin Haley. This 11 team, Dave.
Who do I think will win tomorrow?
Finishes 9th on the day, but more
The guy I want to win. I'm going to roll with Chase Elliott.
I just,
It's been that kind of week, dude. Chase Elliott.
by far not my best racetrack, and we started the race, and for me, just leading laps here, I was like, wow, this is different. And I was just so loose at the beginning of the race, and as the night came, I just kept getting freer and freer, and I don't know how many times I about wrecked into one and would end up hitting the wall, and just I got to do a lot better job coming here. You know, something about this place that I just really struggle at, so got a lot of homework to do. Definitely frustrating to finish 4th in the championship after the year we had, but overall to win 9 races, it's been a phenomenal year. Happy that we were able to just make the Final Four with our HighPoint.com Mustang. It's just thankful to be driving in NASCAR, honestly. Obviously looking forward to next year, but this one obviously hurts. Anytime you can win 9 races and, you know, finish 4th in the championship, it isn't what you wanted, but we'll keep our heads high and just proud, like I said, to this whole team to be able to work with me these last 2.5 years from where we started to where we are now has been a huge difference. So just thankful to be driving for Street House Racing and come back next year.
Chase, how hard did you work at trying to make Phoenix?
Chase Briscoe was all or nothing today. He about knocked the wall down 4 or 5 times, then spun out and brought out the game-changing caution, and ends up 4th in points with 9 wins.
Outside of us, a really, really good race car drivers. Do a great job here, and we knew it wasn't going to be easy coming into it, and you know they just did a better job as a race car driver. You know, I just got to do a lot better here, so definitely do a lot more homework and hopefully come back better.
Congratulations on a great season. A lot of checkered flags on this 98 car, Rick.
Pretty impressive season for Chase Briscoe. Right now, a little tire change.
They got to put a new tire on the 22 so he can go take the victory lane pictures.
Get back to victory lane. That's here at Phoenix. Take a look at the Champ 4 and how they did.
Cindric, Allgaier, Haley, Briscoe.
Cindric was able to motor past Allgaier and win this championship. Allgaier finishing 2nd in the championship run. Haley was 3rd, and then that late caution coming out because of Chase Briscoe getting into the wall. So, Jeff, Steve, we take a look at the end of that race, and Briscoe brings out the caution late, and all of a sudden it goes into the crew chief's hands. So you have this restart where
boy, when they body slammed each other coming across to the white flag, I thought they might wipe out. And then we'd get, you know, the race ended in yellow, and I'm assuming Haley would win the championship if those two lost their positions and spun out. What a way to win a championship that would have been for Justin Haley. And then, unfortunately, dipshit Gregson would have won the race.
Great drive. They had the best car all day, Steve. They had the best car all day, and I thought Austin Cindric was an incredible driver today. Not just with his hands and his feet, but with his brain. He made a lot of good decisions early. Didn't get himself in a situation where he, you know, got damage to the car. Was frustrated, I think, because he had the best car, but it's hard to pass. He just did a great job, and you know, it's good to see the fastest car win the race, and quite clearly he had the best car all day.
You mentioned it, Jeff, early a couple of times, and I agree. I think we saw more maturity out of Cindric than we have seen in past years, and definitely past races.
Hey, they got a fresh tire on Cindric.
He knew he had a very good race car. You heard the answer right there. It was great at lap 1, so that tells me he was just taking care of it. I also think, though, that Allgaier, Jason Burdett, did what they needed to do to give themselves a shot. I thought Haley continued to fight. Briscoe continued to fight. Coming into it, I thought we had a great 4 drivers with 4 very different stories contending. And that's the type of race we saw. By no means was it given to Cindric. He took it. He earned it. And that's what I wanted to see tonight more than anything, Rick, because I didn't want to see accidents, bad luck. It wasn't untimely yellow, but in the end, they all kind of cycled back towards the front and ended up on the lead lap. So, congratulations, Brian Wilson. Austin
Just
Cindric.
the right amount of drama.
They were the best of the best, and they're the champions for it.
When we talked to Austin Cindric earlier this week, he made the comment, because he's been vocal on the radio, he said, you know, I learned my lesson this year. He said, radio is for making the car better. He said, that's what I use the radio for. Well, he didn't have to worry about being frustrated. He had a great car. He knew.
He's stronger than I am. I would be. You hear all these guys bitch on the radio? I would put Martin Truex Jr. to shame with the shit I would say on the radio. I know me.
Wins the race.
I got a big fucking mouth. That's why I'm a streamer.
Beginning their celebration.
Hey, that's a creative place to put the championship victory lane. That giant ass waste of space coming out of 4.
Yeah, I wonder, Rick, if that's the first time we've had.
Wrap us up. Go to commercial, fuckers. Then I'll get off here.
Championship. Austin Cindric pulls in.
Are they going to interview him again? We're going to do the awkward. We interviewed you once. Now we'll talk to you again.
Brother Tanner back in London watching today. And Austin Cindric will now climb out of the car, an Xfinity Series champion, with a flag in hand from a race win.
A donut on the side of the car.
Celebrate now a title.
The socially distanced championship celebration.
These guys trying to shower him with some beer. They'll get to do that tomorrow with Brad Keselowski as they'll pit that car trying to win a championship.
Oh, and Brad Keselowski brought the giant beer glass from 2012. Tomorrow could be the return of drunk Brad. That kind of makes me want to cheer for him tomorrow, but I'm picking Elliott. Is he putting a clean fire suit on?
He will get to claim the Xfinity Series Championship trophy. Austin will have you climb up here on the stage and get your suit all fixed up.
Okay, I'll watch the damn ceremony.
You go to that side. Congratulations. Sir. And to congratulate the 2020 Xfinity Series champion, please welcome Matt Lederer, Vice President at Xfinity Brand Partnerships at Comcast.
Names are made here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and Austin Cindric, your name will now be forever known.
You know, this guy had to pre-record 4 of these messages using the different drivers' names.
Joining the elite list of Team Penske drivers to win a NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. Congratulations to crew chief Brian Wilson and owner Roger Penske for being back on the championship stage. So Austin, on behalf of our 30 million Xfinity customers and our over 180,000 Comcast NBC Universal employees, it is my pleasure to virtually present you with the trophy for being the 2020 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion. Congratulations, Austin.
Pretty cool stuff there, Austin.
Yeah, well, amazing. I mean, the support Xfinity gives our series, I mean, it's unprecedented from a series partner. So I wish we got to see those guys as much as we usually do during the year. But thanks, Matt, and all your team. And I can't say enough about every single person behind me here. My picker guys get to go for 2 championships. So those guys are stoked. It's such an amazing experience. Thank you, Xfinity, and everyone makes this happen.
To officially present the hardware, we bring up NASCAR President Steve Phelps.
Steve Phelps.
Hey, Austin, what an incredible season you had. 6 wins, none more dramatic or important than this one, to seal your first Xfinity Series championship. So on behalf of everyone at NASCAR and all NASCAR Nation, I want to present to you the 2020 Xfinity Series Championship trophy. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
A handshake? Come on now. You shouldn't be doing that. Put your fucking mask on. Kidding. I'm just busting balls. Well, you know what? That's good enough for me. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go watch a victory speech in a few minutes. And then I'm going to watch Saturday Night Live with Dave Chappelle. Well, it's going to be a good night, I think. That was a fun race. I'll see you guys tomorrow around 3 o'clock. Until then...